Shelby. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way.
Hi everyone. Welcome back to the Our Smiling Faces podcast.
Sponsored by
Jonathan Shelby.
Ain't Nobody.
Sponsored by
Jonathan
IGC Consultants.
Consultants. Glass Consultants.
IGC
IGC International
Consultants.
Glass Consultants Limited.
International Glass Consultants.
Co.uk.
No. Hi Stephen.
How are the glass?
Thanks for your sponsor, mate. So, it's been a couple of weeks. Haven't seen you for a couple of weeks.
It's been.
I'm lying.
I was going to say.
I seen you last week.
Exactly.
I seen you at St James's Park last week.
You did?
And there wasn't even a game on.
Funny that, isn't
We're
it?
skipping along in a Christmas wonderland, weren't we?
Was it good? Never a good time there.
Amazing.
Right.
I was trying to get flogged like really expensive aftershave by some wifey opposite his stall.
Oh, you had a stall, did you?
Well, I didn't.
Oh, right, okay. But you knew someone that did.
The Walker family did.
Oh, okay, right.
His last did.
Right. All right.
But I was walking past them.
No. Graft, I would have went.
That wifey, I was just standing talking with the Bane was there. Standing talking to this wife, goes, "You look like a Russian, what was it?
A Russian gangster or something
No,
like that,
no,
wasn't
it was the smell, whatever the smell was. You look like a Russian kind of guy.
You couldn't look any least Russian, like.
No, it was a
No,
smell.
but it was
oh,
the-
sorry,
oh.
perfume and aftershave.
it? It was, what was it called? That
I
that
think that-
fancy
Oh, it was
molten brown. Was it molten brown? Is
some bullshit like that.
that
And she's
stinky shite?
stinky shit.
like,
She
I'll-
says,
know what
you look
molten
like
brown
that
is,
kind of guy. I went, well, being called worse, like. So she come here and have a smell of these. I went, Ari. I went, consider I don't.
It's
smell-
me knickers.
When I don't pay much for my aftershave, to be fair, and you love my aftershave.
This was a classic. This.
right.
She went, oh, you'll be surprised. It's quite affordable,
Right,
really.
right, you'd be surprised it's not that expensive. Obviously, Ari, and give us a smell of a few. Blah blah blah. Just give us one. Obviously, just give us this is tobacco or something. As soon as she said tobacco, I was like, why the fuck would I want to smell like tobacco? I smell it. It smell like tabs. It smell like a fucking ashtray. And I said to her, I went, oh, that's horrible. And I gave her back. And I went, well, so how much are they? She went, well, the small ones are 45 quid. I went, 45 quid? You're not expensive. I went, I pay 8 quid for mine from Next.
How much was the big one?
I didn't ask. The 45 quid one puts off.
Did you not know the brand of it? So it wasn't like.
It was.
Tom Ford or-
I'm sure it was
brown
molten brown.
or something like that.
Oh, I don't know what them are, but.
She's
Or
giving us loads of
that
these cords with
no, in
smell
Phoenix
all
where
over
they
them.
sell all that, like the candles and bloody shower gel and all
Oh,
of
right.
that.
Aye.
I'm sure it's not. Is it molten brown the cheap one?
I wonder if Molten Brown want a sponsor because it's not
I'll
a very
go
good
in
advert for them.
I'll go on them and have a look.
Have a stuff that's.
Does it?
As for the ashtray one.
I think Aldi sell the candles now. Joe Malone.
It wasn't Joe Malone.
Is it Joe
like-
Malone?
No.
I keep thinking Yankees candles. That's all right.
No,
Everyone says
it was
candles.
something in brown.
Molten brown.
Because-
Molten.
Molten brown.
All right, okay, right. I'll look out for them. I'll try
Mold and brown.
I'll wear
Molten.
the one next week.
Molten brown.
You smell like ashtray.
That
Just go in and say,
illegal.
can I have the one that smells like Rollies?
Nearby, crack on.
Was it molten brown or was it Joe Malone? It was one of the two, wasn't it? It's that expensive
It
shit.
definitely
That
wasn't
thing.
Joe Malone.
Oh.
This is
Special guest we've got.
this is supposed to be a football podcast. We're talking about expensive aftershave.
We made friends when we were there, though.
Did we?
We did. Not with each other. We hadn't fell out or anything.
Who'd make friends with? Oh!
Oh, there's
goodness.
the penny. Penny's
He's
just
probably not
dropped there.
watching. We made friends with Mark Douglas.
Oh, Mark, you doing it?
did.
And Mark Douglas is...
I tapped him up on the Saturday to come on, and he said he would.
He's agreed to come on.
Happy days, that. Happy days, that.
He
I
was...
was watching. I was on. Can't remember. Sent the day. He was on Talksport today. Just talking quite a lot of sense.
So-
He does.
So looking
He's
forward to getting him on.
yep.
For a non-Newcastle fan.
He's spot on. No, he is. He's
Bradford
spot on.
fan, isn't he?
Aye, Bradford fan, that's
Bradford,
what he is tonight. It's good to get a perspective from someone that's not involved, like, as a supporter.
Yeah. I think he's got a bit of a soft spot for it, though.
Well, of course, yeah, he's been writing for God knows
Yeah,
how
yeah.
long, so... Yeah, but he's coming on next week.
He is. Tune in.
That's a special guest next week. He's not coming on... This is we're recording in my house tonight.
Yeah.
Which, if you saw... I've got a settees on top of settees over there. I've got a Baines kitchen over there. Honestly, if you saw... I've got the fucking Baines monitor here.
All because the missus decided to get out to get a porn
Dedication,
red or
that
something
though,
like that,
to be
wasn't it?
here,
We're
to be
double
fair.
booked. We're double booked. Me and Wallace double booked. So we didn't have a babysitter.
Couldn't we muster of a fortune teller, like?
Yeah, she went to see a fortune teller 2 weeks ago. So why didn't the fortune teller tell her that we're going to double book?
Exactly.
So
So you
what
don't
happened?
want to go out next Tuesday.
So tonight,
Why not?
believe it or not, despite only seeing a fortune teller 2 weeks ago, she's gone to see another one which tells your fortune by giving you heat a massage. Like, what's that all
Oh,
about?
that sounds good.
So it's alright,
I
that.
don't
Like.
mind that.
So she'll probably come in later.
Can I feel her head?
She'll come in later
She's
with
gonna
like grease all over her fucking heat. Right? She'll look like a fucking mong. Right?
You
Well,
know
that's
that, you know
it.
that shit. Yeah. Oh, wait, I didn't say no. It wasn't me.
That's why she'll come in with her hair. She'll knock it on camera.
I like the way that you're really painting a picture.
She is lovely, really.
I should look at that. Apart from when she's had a head massage. But
She's probably going to be in a mood because the fortune teller's probably said that apparently you're going to be a twat in the next week or so.
No new there.
Probably true.
the fortune teller's probably thought, don't go home.
Aye, you're going to go home, the house is going to be upside down.
If the fortune teller's any good, it'll say, don't go home until like 11:30 tonight, something like that.
You do realise you set these upside down now?
I've tagged her on Facebook on it, like, so
yeah.
she'll soon know when she's finished getting her head rubbed. You know.
Fuck, I didn't get my head rubbed.
That's what she said.
Every time I get my head rubbed, I end up with kids, so I
It's
stop
just
doing it.
NFL crack. It's not football.
But aye, right, let's talk. We haven't recorded for a couple of weeks because we didn't have a
International break.
international game. No one gives a shit about that.
I don't, but they did alright, actually. But yeah, fair comment.
Wouldn't know, didn't watch it.
Who?
England, they drew against Germany
right.
and Brazil. Was alright.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ireland or something. They've been on the telly quite a bit, haven't they?
I didn't watch it.
International football? Who gives a shit?
I haven't watched any of it.
But our follow-up game was Man United.
Yes.
And every single one of us predicted a defeat. No, apart from this dipshit. I don't care who said a 3-1 win.
That's 'cause
Newcastle
he was-
United.
He was close.
He was going one.
Close, only one goal in it.
The opposite way.
Well, I'm still close. Closer than us.
Well, I said 5 now, so it wasn't a million miles away.
Just because you wanted to get naked.
I think I said a
Couldn't wait.
I think I said a 3-1 defeat. What did you say?
It's close.
2-0
I
or
think
something like that.
probably get humped.
He got his socks off the need for the next result.
I forgot to put my socks on when I came out. Chris won't give us any slippers.
Are you wearing shoes?
He's got them off.
Yeah, I've
now.
got my shoes.
He's got them off.
You got them off again.
Alright. That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
feeling the carpet under my feet. I'm making myself at home.
Good quality.
I might gonna have a little lie down later.
This is a good quality carpet, like the rest of the house is shit.
It's fine.
But it is, you know, when you move in your house and you think, oh, we'll just get a carpet above just with the cheap stuff. But like, you've got to get your sitting room with decent carpet. So the kitchen's got like loads of like spaghetti stains and that all over. The paint just fucking flings it all over.
Have you got carpet in your kitchen?
Have you?
Half. Well, the
Bad choice.
that
That.
half of the kitchen's lying, no?
Oh, and your dining,
And the
your
dining-
dining
the
area.
dining half
I'm
of
with
it's
you.
carpet.
Yes, yes.
Mine's all wood floor and dining and kitchen, actually.
Was it
All
not
wood.
cold underfoot?
This is the worst.
It is
podcast.
actually. No, it is. It is a bit cold. Like,
That's
but
like
it's
cold
two
on
arms
the
up, like, wear socks. Yeah.
I'm really sorry. This is the worst podcast ever.
Well, just
Hey, this is real life house problems.
I know. We're with a.
You know, you don't get this on other podcasts.
No, you don't.
You'll have people booking up head massages because they want to fortune tell, so they'll be able to advertise that.
All they'll be down there lasses. Not
new
get
style
one,
of
they'll come
having-
back looking like a
With
mong.
greasy hair.
One half carpet and one half lino. So we're there, we're fine.
Is there anything else you want to talk about my house? I've got a like
your Game of Thrones pictures over there.
they're
It's the pictures of the Seven Kingdoms.
I actually believed him, you know.
I've got an O.
I was wondering what that was
That
about.
was classic. That.
Is that all just there?
He stole it
Not in case like there's a flood.
Oh, right.
one
In
night.
the back garden.
One night went down Shields Park, robbed it.
Was a nautical theme in the sit room? There's normally stuff behind that flag. Well, that's not normally there. Imagine.
A picture of a guy using the oar.
Just hanging that up. Sammy comes in. Have you done something different in here tonight?
No, who would have missing in the nautical room? Cedric.
Cedric, he would have fit right in, wouldn't he?
Thank God he's gone. I had nightmares about that gun.
Oh! He's just dropped the C-bomb! I can't believe it!
Where is
Yeah,
the seagull
Cedric,
after
there
all?
he is.
I can't.
Watch the cans, man, Cedric.
Like how?
I just came out.
He just dropped
Too
the
much Game of
C-bomb.
Thrones I've
He's
been
the
watching.
first one to
I've
say
been,
Ladies and gentlemen.
I've been watching too many Game of Thrones at the minute.
He was the first one to say it.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, I can't
Wash
believe
your
it.
mouth out.
I know, God. At least it was a seagull I meant to do. It wasn't like a player.
The seagull.
I didn't like tweet someone and go, at Pirates, you're a XYZ type of thing. I'll see you next Tuesday.
That's how he's
XYZ. What does that stand for? Xenophobic young Zulu.
Let's jump into the game.
Sounds quite
Let's
good.
jump into the game. Right. Newcastle
I was going to
United.
say something really bad there. but I didn't
Man
say it.
United v Newcastle United.
Yes.
Starting 11.
Oh, God.
What?
Sorry, I'm negative about it.
So
I guess that's probably what we all thought
we'll
when we seen
continue
that
with the
team sheet.
4-4-2 though.
I think what had a lot of injury issues, didn't we, going into the game?
Yeah, it was tough.
You were going to have a few changes as a result of that.
What were we that Lascelles was going to miss that before?
After the last game.
Was it like...
Yeah.
Did we get told that he's going to be out for X amount of games? Like,
No, it wasn't X amount, but it was highly doubtful.
He was doubtful to get back in.
So it was, it's one of them where he's not going to be there. I thought Atsu, for me, I didn't realise. I'm not saying I did realise before the game. I just mean I didn't leading up to it. I didn't really think Atsu was
Forgot
that much of a
about him
problem until about.
No, he got injured in the last game, didn't he?
Aye,
He got injured in the last game.
Did he go to
So he
Ghana?
cancelled.
Are you sure?
No, he was going to go, but then he
not like
cancelled
football-wise.
going.
Did he not go to Ghana to do like...
Well, he
Sorry,
went
a little
to see his
holiday or
family
something.
and
I think he went to do charity
ride a
work
donkey
and
or
stuff.
something, but he didn't play.
Ride a donkey.
That's what he did in Ghana. I think.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Ghana's not in the Middle East, you know.
Even your mate like that.
It's in Africa.
Your mate just give up on his ear. Went, oh my god.
If you'd have said like ride a
Woman.
giraffe or something like that, or
An
elephant.
Donkeys in Ghana.
The land of gold. Ghana, my daddy used to work in Ghana.
Donkeys there.
he worked there for donkey's years. Hey.
We'll ring him and ask. We'll ring him.
No.
In fact, no, you won't
He won't answer. He'd
Did
be
you
in
ride
bed.
a donkey?
He'd be in bed. He's going to get up early in the morning.
Aye. So I didn't realise Atsu, to be honest, was going to be out until I got closer. Then I panicked because I thought Murphy will be in from the start.
You were right
I
there.
was devastated.
We need. Remember the Goof on Klaxon?
Oh, need a Murphy one.
Klaxon, 4-decker personally.
Yep.
I was devastated Mankiwa started again. Did he even play? I didn't even see him.
Did he play? Yeah.
At all?
The thing with Manquillo, like at
that
the
was
start of the
sarcasm,
season,
He got humped quite a few
My
times.
God, I
Second
didn't
half.
see him at all.
at the start of the season, we thought he's doing a decent job, but now we're starting to realise that he's not the left back that we need there. Like especially when Mbemba don't
Well,
quite
he's
well.
not even left back, is he? He's a right back playing at
That's
left.
why I won't be
But
too
similar
much.
to Mbemba's the same, isn't he?
He's not getting much protection with the lad in front either. Like because Atsu doesn't really protect that well.
Actually, wasn't he?
No, but I mean, well, he's only been bad for a
He's
few
right,
games.
donkeys, apparently.
And then you've got Wad Murphy. Or, I don't know. It's just he's not. He's obviously not the answer. Of course, he's not. But we all knew when we signed him that he's going to be. He's going to be what he's going to be. Do you know what I mean? He's one of them.
No, but I think we're all surprised by the way he started.
No, he played.
He was alright. I was
well
more
until
surprised
the
we
last
got
couple of games.
Mbemba. Still more surprised. I'm still
Yeah.
surprised now we can't even get a game. But that's life, I guess. He's on the bench, Mbemba. He was on Saturday.
But
So I
he
thought,
made it.
you know,
He made it eventually.
He made it
due
because
to
we had
injuries.
nobody else. You know?
I'm sort of expecting to see call back on there.
That's,
There's no way back for him, is it?
nah. Well, he said remember I'll play defensive midfield, and he said over callback. That's
Oh,
what he said. So
aye,
we're not.
he had a list,
And
like-
remember,
He plays like that. Plays there for his country.
But we saw Clark come back in the starting lineup with the Cells
Yeah.
injury. And fair play, Clark. He came in. I thought he played quite well
Aye,
in that game.
Aye, he's alright. He's okay.
What was
It was Lejeune I was concerned about again for me. Like, I'm not sure.
I think he had a tough time up against Lukaku. I think they were having a canny old scrap.
Which is,
But I think he was.
You know you're going to
he's a
get
beast,
that.
isn't he? He's a
There
beast.
was a few times I think he just came off second best to him. So I don't know whether he's got the strength to play against.
I've got to
those
I'll
kind of
say this
players.
question later, but just remind us I'm going to you had a question and I'll answer. I'll ask you it because I don't know something what happened later. I just want to know.
All right.
But we'll get there obviously.
Right. So the game started and the first 15 and 20 minutes.
Well, the first half an hour, I
was-
thought were cracking.
Well, I had my belt undone because I thought this is it. 5-0. This is it. We're getting ready for the
You're gonna
podcast.
get naked.
We're gonna
Well-
do it. We're gonna do it.
I think before you even took the lead,
Oh, brilliant.
someone tweeted in to the podcast account saying, "I hope Newcastle win this because it's the Alice Man Faces podcast will be mint."
Aye, yeah, I seen that.
Obviously, didn't realise it was going to be in my house, like, but we're normally a bit more lively when it's in a pub because we're not going to wake the beat.
They'll be a bit disappointed by the start so far, won't they?
Well, unless I've thought about getting the kitchen
Yeah,
tonight.
unless
Aye,
they're
true,
interested in home decor. But that first half an hour, I thought we played really, really well. We're,
Brilliant.
knocking it around, having some good possession. Rightfully took the lead. Bit of a scrappy goal, if in all honesty, but
Think so?
they all
Do you think
count.
it was a scrappy goal?
Like he's fit. I think he kind of snatched at the ball and obviously he pulled it to the left a bit. And,
Come have a bit of admiration
off the
for
post, but-
DeAndre Yedlin.
aye, big
Fucking
bust his
hell.
nuts to get up there,
He
didn't he?
came from nowhere.
Well, Gale started the move. Gale
Did
had
I?
it,
Aye.
flicked it
Aye.
to Yedlin. I thought Yedlin's cross was actually lucky, really. I didn't think he meant to do that. I honestly don't.
Nah, I think
No, but I thought
he meant to
Gale's-
pull it I think he was pulling it back to where they were, but I don't think he was passing it
It wasn't passing
to Gale.
Anyway.
I can't remember who it was, but there was somebody just making a run who was probably slightly too fast for the ball, so he ran past it and the ball then went behind him to Gale, who then, as I say, for me, kind of scuffed it.
Well, I thought
to the far side.
I thought
Yedlin's
cross
run
was a scuff,
unreal.
but it was amazing run, absolutely amazing.
DeAndre, I knew you meant it for Gale.
Yeah, what we did.
Stop being nasty to me.
But how long have we been talking about that? About getting up the line, getting into the bloody corners and getting the ball in the
I
box.
was over the moon for Gale, like to be honest, because how well he played against Bournemouth, I thought he played very well, and as I say, we started really well against them. Them looked gettable, I thought, in the first half an hour. Every time they lost the ball, we looked like
Even after the Bournemouth game, there was still a few fans slating him, saying that he didn't do much, and you know I'm not Gale's biggest fan. And
all right, Stan.
what?
That was really good. That was really good. That, you know.
I'll have that one.
Yeah, that was really good.
Straight away, I don't even know if we dive into that. Like,
That was
but I'm not his biggest fan, Stan. But is he talking about fucking Eminem here?
Dear me, how long?
That was very quick, very quick.
I was only listening a couple of days ago as well. But I thought he played well against Bournemouth. I thought he linked the play quite well.
He was excellent.
Yeah,
And
no,
he
he
carried on the same way.
He did.
Against Man U. He looked quite sharp. He was always on the shoulder of the defenders.
Chasing, working hard as well.
It's what we talked about where kind of when we'd been having conversations around Burnley and Palace, and then who did well after Burnley? Was that Bournemouth after Burnley?
Bournemouth,
And the fact that
still seen Bournemouth.
I'm not going to change it. This is the way I speak. The fact that when we play against teams that allow us to play a bit more on the counter attack, it plays in our favour.
Them did. Even when it was 4-1, we're still looked dangerous on the
The
break.
reason we scored the amount of goals is probably because we were attacking them on the counter attack and they just hit we again.
Aye, they did, didn't they?
I mean, for me, that was an absolute unreal performance of counter attacking football from them. Like, and it's
they look like they're going to score every single counter attack.
and it's where we totally miss in our approach. We try to play in the same way, but we do not have the pace that they have got in that team. It was unbelievable. I mean, especially for it was the third goal, Pogba's goal. How the hell was it? Rashford
said that was meant like
getting from literally, he came from nowhere. Again, and Yedlin isn't a slouch, as we know, but
no.
he flew past him to that back post.
It was more. It just seemed like every time they got the ball on the wing, we were knackered.
Right, Pogba went out there, didn't he? Up against Manquillo. Ashley Young on the other side was terrorising Richie and Yedlin as well.
I've rated Ashley Young, but he had a really good game
He's
against us.
been playing well, apparently.
Really,
He's always been able to put a good ball into a box.
Whips it right in.
He's always going to have had a good cross on it.
I thought, going back to the first, when we scored the goal, you had then I didn't care what anyone says. Still, for me, the best pass of the game was Shelby's to Murphy's. That pass was absolutely brilliant. To find that,
unbelievable.
He could have scored. He could say should, but he still done. I don't know. He
done well.
He done well.
When he bent it.
It just
I just shuttled past the keeper, and then obviously I'm jumping forward a little bit in terms of chances. I'm thinking Hayden's chance at half time, bang on half time, was unbelievable.
Well, even to get he did fantastic
so well,
to get into that position, and then
he just shit himself.
It was just a powder puff shot, and we've talked about it before.
Panicked,
but even if he just got his head up, Gale was standing yards from him, totally unmarked, and you had a tap in.
Well, Gale was
Gale went off
to be fair
afterwards.
to Hayden and anyone else, if they're in that position, you're going to go for glory.
It was as if he just ran out of steam and just didn't have enough to hit it.
If he was Thierry Henry, he would have scored that, because he tried to cut inside, and then he tried to open his body to bend it, but he never opened his body at all.
No, he just passed it
straight to the keeper. I know he's not exactly he's a defensive midfielder in the day, but his run was brilliant to get where he got it.
We haven't seen that from him for it.
No.
Well, we've seen it in flashes, but
he's got the energy to
get up there, and you can maybe see he was a little bit fortunate to kind of turn the defender, because I'm not quite sure he meant to go into there. Well, I thought he meant that. I think he hit it with his right foot. The ball hit off his left foot, and then came and just turned it back in, which turned the defender.
For me, I just thought it was promising. Well, I thought we looked the better side in the first half an hour.
It was until they scored, and then the two goals in quick succession.
It was crap.
It was the second goal that killed Willie.
Well, maybe it was.
Well, the first had that Hayden chance gone in.
Yeah.
Could have been totally different.
Hayden on Pogba for their first goal was childish football there. Like,
is that why he got done on the wing?
Twice. He's trying to like go in. Just stand there.
Hayden was already on a yellow card at this point, though, wasn't he?
So don't dive in.
Yeah.
So just stand up and go. You try. Pogba will never go around you. You know, if you just stand there and go beat us, he'll not beat you. But Hayden went in first. He took the nick a little bit. Then he went in again, and then he done him. And that's when he dinked it over for Martial to score. Which, you know what it is as well. I thought it might have been a foul on Yedlin personally when I seen a replay, because he had his elbow right on his back of his neck.
Both the goals were delivered to the back post and then just getting up against the.
Yedlin doesn't stand a chance there. Doesn't stand a hope else chance.
Yeah, not against him.
Not a chance. As you see, the second goal as well. Yet again, near professional football likes to do it for some reason, is charge the cross down. Well, no one seems to want to stop a cross. Stop the cross. Richie's just half-arse foot in the air, and then it's as if the cross goes over and they're like, someone else will deal with that. Yeah. And it's in by then. Lejeune, where on earth was he for that second goal?
Well, he did that same thing that we talked about a few weeks ago, where he suddenly went from standing in defence to rush out into midfield.
Which is the Burnley game, He's costing us goals. I'm afraid the penalty at Southampton, the Burnley away goal that you've just mentioned, that goal.
I said during the game, like,
costing us goals.
I can't remember who I texted someone saying, is it about time that we just went back to basics here if Lascelles is fit for next week, the game coming up against Watford at home, do you think we'll go back to Lascelles and Clark? I would say it's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. I'm not the greatest of memories here, but Swansea away when Lascelles scored. Who was Clark centre half of them then? And I'm trying to go back a little bit earlier on in the season.
Lejeune was out injured for
he was.
time,
So Liverpool. I don't know if he was back for. I don't know. It's hard for us to remember, but for me, I don't see why you would change Lascelles and Clark. I've never been convinced with Lejeune yet, to be honest.
Lascelles and Clark got changed when Clark went away for international duty.
Yeah, and then
Lejeune came back in.
That's what he did.
That's when it got changed.
And his first game was the Southampton one, right? And he done
but he did well, except for the stupid penalty incident.
He hasn't done anything that's been blatantly his fault.
Well, we're going to get there in a minute. And then I'll ask you might turn around and go, I'm totally wrong, but obviously we'll see. But I'm not convinced of him personally. I think he looks a bit too slow. He reminds us so much, to be honest. Like, I think he looks overweight, in my opinion. And I also think he reminds us of Colo in his first year. He's not really up to the speed of the league yet and the physicality of it. But on the ball, he's nice and pretty. Looks for long balls. He's quite happy to bring it out.
Yeah.
But doing his day job, I don't know if he's particularly
defending.
Aye, that's what I'm saying. He reminds us of Coracini when he first came. Where you're thinking
ball,
he's all right actually, but he looks like he's got a mistake, a lapse of concentration.
Well, he has in the last few games that we've just talked about. He's done something, hasn't he?
Whereas I think when Clark played, or was playing, should I say, we just couldn't stop saying how good he was.
Clark's had a mistake in him a couple of times as well, but it's
not been a mistake that's cost with, has it?
That's what I remember.
It's when you're playing in their positions, though, it's easy to put a spotlight on them.
But then we've got to remember
because it can be costly.
But I'm talking about Southampton, Burnley. That's what I'm talking. But I agree, Man United is Man United. Isn't these things happen? It is what it is.
Well, you look at. They had one player on the pitch that cost more than the average team. In Pogba, didn't they?
Yeah. And he played really well considering he's been out for so long.
He did.
He did play well, didn't he?
You've got to take your hat
off. We'll let him play. Like loads of times he's picking the ball up and there's not a soul around him. I kind of
just wanted someone to clatter him.
We just did early on. He got booked for it, but early on I wanted him to wipe him out big time. Like just take him out early doors.
He started limping after.
There was a stupid challenge and booking to give away as well.
That's Hayden, he's like Toyota, God bless him. He's a walking yard card, isn't he? To be Hayden is really.
But I think it just once, as you say, that second goal went in here. Had we got that goal before half, and even start the second half, we had a chance. I think was it Murphy had a chance early on in the second half.
Actually,
when it was still 2-1.
Had a few chances in the first half.
But then that's the third goal. That was it. Good night.
It was.
But even as you say, after that, we still did create some things because we were.
They're gettable, and Man United are gettable as a team. I still think if them come across someone really good, they could be in big trouble.
Oh well, but you just
look so open, don't they? They just look open.
If we had a player that could finish the ball and get the ball in the net, that we could have done that.
Well, how many times we almost had 4-on-3 situations? Countless times I remember. We're bombing forward. I'm thinking, I've got some chance here. Someone then tried. Murphy tried loads of times where he had time.
Hang on. There was a point where Murphy. What a great play! It might be nils each at this time. Someone was running in, and Murphy went for the shot.
Yes.
You've made the wrong.
Richie was at his hands up going, "What are you doing?" But that was the thing again, and we were on about quality at the top end of the pitch, which I said.
He didn't put his head up and look though.
No, he got the ball and thought, "Well, I'm 30 yards out."
To be fair,
but just the amount of times that we had good opportunities, which is pleasing to see, like, in fairness, because I thought we'd go there and just have 11 behind the ball and just defend.
But speaking of Murphy, like, from what we've seen as he's coming on for a sub, he done a lot better starting the game.
Well, that's what we said, though. He needs minutes on the pitch to get used to the game and get his confidence up.
And that's the toughest place.
He didn't.
For
me, he didn't do too badly.
No.
On Sunday, he wasn't brilliant. But he wasn't.
Well, there was a lot
as bad as
fans saying, "Oh, he had a really, really good performance, and he didn't make any mistakes."
He
made a few mistakes. He did make a few mistakes, but on a whole, he had a fairly decent game.
His best one since he's come.
It's only one.
It's not. That's the thing. It's not difficult, though, is it? But yeah,
well, it was better than his Forest performance in the cup. It was better than any sub performance.
He showed that he
glimpses of what he can do.
Have the skill there.
Yep.
Because there was that time in the second half, I think, where he was on the touchline, he had two players on him, he just skipped around them. I think Ashley Young was kicking off because as soon as he threw it, he just skipped around him.
That's right.
Just carried on playing.
Yeah. He was all right. He was all right. Obviously, you would hope that
decision making.
Yeah, but he's young. Let's be realistic. He's probably a bit under pressure himself. He's probably a bit nervous because he's thinking, "God, I'm getting a start finally," but it's against Man United away.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like
we'll get someone else.
Anyway. It's I don't know. Almost you're putting him in there, and is the pressure off somewhat because you don't expect it to go there and get a good result. Does that help him play?
When we took 1-0,
we did. We started. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was going ballistic when we scored because you just.
I was sat here where the setting normally is. Sorry, Sammy. Setting's normally here. Sammy was in the kitchen doing something. I had the beans. Then I had actually just been sick on us.
Nice.
Right? So you just bottle sick on us. Nolan's booting us in the head, climbing out of the city, booting us in the head, and we score. So I've got Denver there. Denver's only one for people that don't know. He's got broken off, so he can't do much. So he's there. Then we score, so I just scream, right, and I just pick up like that. Pay them, start crying their eyes out. They shit themselves out.
Mine are used to it now.
Just crying their eyes out. Then Sammy came in, she's like, right, I'll take them upstairs. I was like, get in. But as soon as I went upstairs, I went downhill.
Hi.
Bring them back.
Get back down.
Wake them up.
I was in the headbutt watching it. But I know.
Is the headbutt still really delayed?
I don't know, because I was...
What do you know?
How do I know? I'm
just watching it.
I'm watching the game.
Because I went in the headbutt once, and there was one of them dickheads, right? We'll get on. There was one of these dickheads that sit in the pub watching the game with the headphones in.
Oh my God.
Right, so they're watching a stream which is a couple, 2-3 minutes behind. Sitting with their fucking headphones, so there's a throw in, and this fucking daft cunt's like this. What the fuck's he celebrating? Fucking throwing for?
Well, we've just scored.
Mate, I'm fucking watching on the telly on a fucking
I mean, it might be behind doing it. I was there for me mates spent the baby's head, but it was mint cracking there. It was alright. The atmosphere was kind of.
The head was good for the game. It was like there's shitloads of tellies everywhere.
It was canny, aye.
Full of Magnums.
No, there wasn't. No.
The Magnums do normally go to the head well, like.
He made some Man United fans, so when Man United scored, he was going ballistic. Like.
Where's your mate born?
What we got glassed?
You what, sorry?
Who was your mate born?
Next door to me.
Tell.
You're a cunt.
Twice.
We've got 2 C-bombs.
No, but going into half time was just the worst one. Because you.
It's always
for half an hour you've been in charge, really. You've done really well.
We bossed that game.
You know what I mean?
And played very, very well.
We did, aye.
We were unlucky going with that result at half.
We
were value for leading that game. It's
classic old us, though. Let's be realistic. Yeah, it's just us, innit? That's just what we do. We're like, we should have been ahead there, and then we're going 2-1 at half time. It's just us. It's just what we are. It's just what we are. And under Rafa, I thought it might be different, and it will be different, by the way, if we had a better team, a better no injuries or something. But for the team we had, it is what it is.
I think it was just.
It just is
for me.
There
was individual mistakes, a lack of.
Do you think Elliot could have come for that second goal?
Yeah.
That's in the air on 3 yards out from his line, and he's not there. I cannot get that out.
I could be. I know you. I
could
be picky with some of those goals. I think he could have done better. There's been some.
He's coming in.
What are you doing?
I think you said.
I just felt the draft come under the door. I thought the front door had opened.
Fucking shit myself. I thought there was a ghost in my house or something. The way he was.
Well, honestly, I just did feel like a breeze come past.
Oh, you hear the front door goes like that. Shit myself. I thought we were going to have.
I thought something was coming in. What was I saying? Aye, so I think Elliot could have done better for some of the goals, and then I think it came out that potentially he'd pulled a muscle in his leg or something like that.
Nearly knocked McQuill out.
I'm surprised he didn't go off there because he looked like he was coming off. Because he kicked the ball away, then he fell down again. Darlow was getting warmed up, and I thought, well, he's coming off.
It was his left leg as well, which is his.
He's wanting to stay on the pitch. He can't really,
But for a goalkeeper under Rafa Benitez, you think if I go off the pitch, this might be the end of me playing. Especially under Benitez, like you think, if I don't play here, you never know, do you? Because Darlow's not going into national duty.
No, but again, could that have been a turning point in the game?
Let's talk about the goal, right? Dwight Gale's goal. There's only one of us that went at Man U away, went at Old Trafford, and he sat behind the camera, which is a bit stupid. So do you want to come over and talk about the scenes, Anna?
The scenes?
The scenes? Do you want to come talk about the scenes? Do you want to turn the cap the wrong way so you don't look like a dickhead?
No, he still doesn't look very. He still doesn't look very well after Sunday.
Look wild, like the atmosphere sounded amazing all game from them.
To be fair, that was the best thing about Sunday for me was the fans. Literally from the first minute until the 101st minute, they just never stopped singing.
Right. No, it's really good.
Who wants a can?
Please.
Absolutely. Aye.
What?
No. But it was incredible scenes.
Yeah, and it was one of them where when we first scored, I was so happy, right? And then I was like, I hope we don't concede quick. I hope it's not 1-1 immediately. Yeah. And we were DNR it, and we only had a second, and I'm thinking, hey, I always knew that time in the game was going to come where it's just backs against the wall. Yeah. I knew that was going to happen, but
you just shut that.
When you went in,
just be in the fridge. They're in the door, like maybe we're opening the door.
Well, when you went in 2-1, I mean, I don't know about you, but I thought we're done here. I hate to say that, but
it's always that thing. The next goal's critical, isn't it? Where that's
exactly what I said.
If you can get a quick goal on the restart, or that one just before half time, puts a total different complexion on it. But we went in. You're a little bit dejected as you're going in there, obviously on a high because they've just pulled themselves back into the lead, and then
I bet their dressing room wasn't great though after Brett Marino won it.
He would have torn into them for the performance in the first 35 minutes.
You know what I mean? But
because they equalised against the runner player really, and it was
just the same that the first and the second goal were just the same, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like,
you're not stopping the crosses coming in, and I'm sick of saying it. Like, it's just crap.
Is Man U's pitch really wide?
It's quite a big. It's a big one. Because they want to play football.
The wings, we were getting terrorised on the wings.
I thought Yedlin the whole game. I'd love to know how much ground he covered because he was everywhere. Well, certainly on the right hand side of the field. Obviously, sometimes people might say you're getting caught out because he's so far, but
that's when Richie then needs to do his job, and I've harped on about it. Time and time again about him coming and helping out.
Yeah, I didn't personally think.
I think going back to Yedlin, Yedlin at Newcastle, he's a good player. I think if Yedlin's in a team, the likes of Man U, Arsenal, Spurs, a team that's attacking the majority of the game, a team that you'd expect to win a game against the majority of the rest of the Premier League, he'd be unbelievable.
He'd be unreal,
unbelievable.
Because he is.
Because he has a lot of pressure.
Flying fullback, isn't he?
Right? Maybe I don't think he's good enough in the final area. I think he's crossing and that lets him right down. His decision making's poor.
I know he's not just him. The final ball from most of the team, to be honest, is
what he's saying is like if you were in Arsenal's team, don't get us wrong, he would be flying forward every single minute at the Emirates, but his final ball would, I think, let him down. I'm not saying he wouldn't progress and get better. I'm not saying that, but as an athlete, is there any better? There's not many better. I mean, of course you're going to say Walker, but he's 50 odd million, man. What I mean though, in terms of an athlete, he's up there. He's an absolute machine, man. He's fast as anybody.
Especially he's been travelling a fair bit.
Not as fast as Marcus Rashford.
Well, but he seems to run. He's done a run in almost the last minute, man. As fast as the first. So for an hour and a half, he's just absolutely on the burner.
He is lightning.
He's amazing. And there's loads of people that can be fast for the first 10 minutes of a game. You know what I mean? And then burn themselves out. He is just quick, relentlessly all the time. And I've got so much time for him. Honestly, I have. And he's done some really good defensive headers as well.
He's had a bit of a dodgy last couple of games, before the Man U game, where we criticised him quite a bit, saying he should have done better there and there.
And it tends to be
a great start of the season.
On that side of the ball, going forward, crossing to the goalkeeper every 5 minutes.
A lot of it seemed to be being out of position, but the reason he's out of position is because we're getting done on the counter attack.
Yeah,
and he's normally the one just doing the counter attack.
Yeah, I think we got a bit. I thought a bit. Now I suppose we're trying to get a goal, and maybe I'm being a bit harsh here, but we were a bit naive, I thought, of the counter attack because we were getting caught 2, 3, 4 times and then they scored on one of them.
I don't think that's us being naive. It's just coming up against that team. The pace and power that they had on the break was unreal. Across the whole, across the whole four of midfield.
Someone should be
even the park in the sides.
Probably wrong from the halfway line for his third goal for a tap in. Hell, no one's following him. I cannot understand that one. Rashford headers.
Well, I think brilliant. They were, but they were just left for dead because they just flew.
Where Man U were on the attack end, they were heading towards Lejeune, and Lejeune was doing what Steven Taylor used to do. Do you know when you just backing off and just keep on doing it? You think he's going to step up in a second, and he doesn't. He just keeps on going. Oh my god! One he is. Taylor was the worst.
He's just running backwards. It's an
attacker's dream. Like crab.
It's an attacker's dream.
What are you doing?
In honest fairness, and I hate because I'm sounding a bit negative here, and I hate to say that, I was actually really pleased with the performance. I thought we did all right, to be honest. And the fans at the end there, I heard them singing, and I think them all probably thought, as we're being humped. But to be honest, they've given everything they've had.
Just look at the games like on past. Southampton were fuming that we'd lost that game.
Drew.
Drew.
Felt like I lost, in fairness.
Bournemouth.
I wish I.
Fuming about that, especially the conceding the way we did in the last minute.
Burnley.
Then you go on Man U and
how many was it Man United, by the way, fans wise? How many was there?
Was it full? Was 3,500?
3,000.
I just wish them 3,500 were at our ground when we played at home.
But they are.
The
difference is the 3,000 aren't sat together in one place.
Because you're getting beat 4-1 and they're still singing the hearts out. 0-0 against Bournemouth and they want them to die. That's the way they were going on. For me,
it gets diluted at home though, doesn't it? When you've got 52,000 there, then.
And every
away game's like that.
I know all I'm saying. I just wish that them.
We could
generate that at home. I just really do, honestly.
But just look when we
get yourself out the posh seats and get in the. The real working class seats.
And Doddle dropped the clanger, Lascelles dropped the clanger, and the fans were still giving it,
They were singing
and that was on
Always Believe It. They were singing Doddle's Eye, and he had just done the worst ever, by the way, at that point.
Just missed the ball completely. And was it Cameron that just whacked in and tapped the ball?
Do you know what? Oh my god, I hate him and Ali, Cameron Jerome.
We were on every single photo, the three of us were on every single photo, going
giving some grief out of some bloke over there.
That kid with the glasses.
What a prick.
That was with his matter. What a knob.
He was also his sister.
He was there the year before.
I'm gone.
Same
next
place.
time we play them in the cup, I'm gone. I sit more towards that side, so we just give him more grief.
Was it
on the Chronicles website we were on? In both of the words, you're just standing there like this, and then I'm in front
Chronicle website,
giving it to that bloke.
On the Chronicle and the Newcastle website.
Absolutely, it was.
Football hooligans.
Because there's a photo of him where he's miserable as fuck. Obviously, he must have been just as we've conceded.
Just
the next
normal,
one is the only one in the crowd shouting out the way. Everyone else is getting injured.
Awesome.
He'd had a can by that point.
His second can. But overall, that Man U game, I think there was a lot of positives. Well, maybe not a lot, but there was.
There was. It was and it like we've talked about in the past. You don't mind losing.
What's the score?
3-3.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Where's that?
Sorry, it's Liverpool, but there was 3-4.
You don't mind losing those games when you give it a good go, and you can see that they've put a right performance in. They've tried, to do all that they can, and it just doesn't come off.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't feel, even though we were beat 4-1, it didn't feel that we've been absolutely humped and stuffed here.
Because I went out on the drink after the lads, and it sounded weird, but I didn't really. I'm bothered. Whereas the Bournemouth game, I went to hang myself.
Aye.
So it's a different scenario. You're going to be 1-0 and you're getting beat 4-1.
Yeah.
As I thought,
because we've been down there a few times and we have been absolutely humped, and it's felt like we've been dry humped.
Rafa said, I didn't watch it. I just
on that one.
Seen notes that he said that first 30 minutes. He said 30 minutes were brilliant, really good, and then at the end, quality showed. And we're just lacking.
The gulf in the two teams was shown in the second half.
Yeah, well,
let's say if you can spend that amount of money on one single player, i.e. Pogba, where you can go out and buy a team for the same price, it's incalculable. How do you expect to compete with them?
I was so surprised we did so well the first half an hour, because I think the world of Matic. I think Matic is
he's brilliant,
just unreal, and we were actually bossing him in the first 30 minutes. I was just
let's talk about the substitutes here.
Pointless. I don't think they added anything, did anything, changed the game in any way.
The main one, people get sick of it for mentioning it. We'll bleat on about Mitrovic, saying he deserves a chance. Right, we haven't seen Mitrovic for God knows how long now, since he's banned. Is that right?
The cup game,
West Ham game, wasn't it?
Oh, you're right. Aye.
The West Ham game where you got he done the elbow, so
we're seeing him running up and down the touchline.
Yeah, aye, right. But you get his chance, 4-1 down at Man U away. How way, man?
He could have single-handedly turned that game around.
Fan, but is he setting Mitrovic up the field here?
I just thought there was no point in them substitutions or changes because it brought nothing to the game.
He brung Richie off, didn't he? And I thought
I think it was just
the right decision.
I just think he was probably thinking forward.
Yes, which is the right thing to do. Next weekend, it is the right thing to do
because we weren't getting back in the game, were we?
And we've already got injuries as it is. Hayden's now suspended, and he's thought, get Richie off, that's the only, get him home, type of attitude. You know what I mean?
It's the only reason I can see for
I agree with that.
for those changes being made because.
But now are we at the point where Joselu hasn't scored for a little while? God knows how long. I'm saying a little while. It's been a while.
First game, wasn't it?
Liverpool at home.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really his goal, was it? Even West Ham goal, let's be realistic.
So, yes, he does a lot of work, and we admire him for the work he puts in.
They're going to turn on Joselu, yeah.
Is it time to change it?
He's turning.
Even if you're not a Mitrovic fan, is it time to change this now? It has to be. It won't be.
The only time it's Mitrovic's time is if we change our approach.
We play 4-4-2.
I want to see it happen.
Well, it is.
We are, but we still don't play a 4-4-2 that would suit Mitrovic.
Well, like 4-5-1 sometimes, or 4-6 now, really. In my opinion, sometimes. But I know it's 4-4-2 on a bit of paper, but when you watch us play, we're not really 4-4-2. Like, not the way that I would expect to see it. Especially against Man United, I'm not really expecting him to play that way. But
he scored for his country again in the international break. That goal was winger. Went down the outside of the pitch, down the byline, got towards corner, whipped the ball across, nice height. Mitrovic came flying in, leaps up, bang.
Well, we've got negative wingers, haven't we? That's what we've got negative wingers. Yedlin's the only one that is willing to get to that byline. He's the only one that'll get chalk on his feet. Is him. The rest won't. Richie will come back inside.
But even there's a load of times he'll stop and not go past Richie.
Well, even if Yedlin does that, I still, as I've mentioned before, I am worried about his final ball. But for me, going back to what your question was, I would just take yourself and put Mitrovic on. I don't see we're losing games now, and I'm not worried at all. I'm just saying we're losing a few games.
3 in a row, 4 in a row, 3.
No, well, 3 in a row now.
In a draw.
So, like, I'm not particularly worried about we're staying up. I just mean that it's not working. We're not scoring enough goals, which I worried about at the very first day of the season.
We are creating the chances, though. It's not like, well, not in all the games we're not.
But this is
we're not. This
is the first time in long where I'm not worried about conceding goals. I'm worried about scoring them.
I'm worried about conceding goals after that display.
No,
Man U away, I'm not.
No.
But
I actually was against Bournemouth because I think Bournemouth, they had them in that game. Them had some absolute golden chances.
But that was more their poor finishing than our defending.
What I'm saying though is like, if you're playing against any better opposition, that's a goal. So you see, like he's saying that he's not worried about conceding. I didn't used to be honest with you. I didn't. But Lascelles is a massive part of that.
Miss.
He was a huge miss.
But this is a player that,
and I can't believe we're saying that.
Were we not all happy to sell him in the summer?
No, I wouldn't say sell. I wouldn't say sell. But I thought maybe Lejeune and Clark might play because obviously Lejeune were expecting big things off because he was signing. Maybe Mbemba because we all like Mbemba.
There was lots of fans that didn't expect Lascelles to be in the plans, despite being club captain. We did not expect.
Well, it was because last season he didn't start particularly well, did he?
No, and he's changed.
And then he grew into it and stuff like that. And
then he had a hernia problem, didn't he, for a long period of time apparently. But you cannot.
But he started very well this season, and it's gone from there.
Last season he went through a spell where fans were, is he that good? Is he not? Then he went through a spell of, he's great, blah, club captain, absolutely unbelievable, and he started this season.
I've been critical of him at times.
Top form.
Well, England call this man. People were saying he should be playing for England. I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying people were saying that. And for me, I'm not saying he should play for England by no stretch. But he was scoring goals even. But even at his day job, he was just so solid. And that's that. Well, I think everyone, when we realised he wasn't going to Man United, thought, oh God, because I wanted him against Lukaku. I'd love to see him play Lukaku, to be perfectly honest, and see what he's got. But. It's tough. It's tough. It really is. Marino's a massive miss as well, man.
Marino and
we can't
that's
afford.
A spiny team.
We can't afford to lose that. Man United can lose Pogba for like 9 weeks, but they'll just replace him with someone else.
What do you think of the second half? Shelby's performance in the second half? Do you think he just drifted through the game and went a little bit missing?
I thought he would. He cut a frustrated figure for me because he was the only person, right?
I didn't think he did do too bad.
I agree actually, because I was watching. I was thinking every time he was forward thinking, it was a pass like in the area that you wanted it to be. Then that person would lose it, and he'd be like, "For fuck's sake, again!" You know what I mean? And like, yeah, it's just trying. He nearly scored 2. He had a left-footed shot in the first half, which was like a bullet, which went straight to De Gea, and another one he bent it, and De Gea didn't go for it. It just went past the post.
Wide, yep.
He's the one player that's really got it up here, and also doesn't have it up there. If that makes sense, but
no,
you know what I mean. It's like
you're talking about his hair.
No, well, 3 things on
his head as well.
But no, he's I love him, I know that, but I'd love to see him and Marino, right? Lovely picture. Imagine him and Marino.
What's he got on his forehead? Is that a stain? Or have you got something stuck on it?
A bit of fluff.
A bit of fluff.
Bum fluff.
He was giving a bit of a Sheer Island, wasn't he? What's that? If you see Marino and him get a run, like if Marino was fit and you get like 10 games together with him, oh my God, I think it would be lovely. Lovely. Then you have to play one up front because you need someone sitting. Just my opinion.
I don't know.
But anyway, I thought Shelby was okay, personally. I did.
He's I'm not his biggest fan, Stan, but...
Plus, I thought, personally, he was... in the second half, he almost played like a one-man midfield because Hayden went missing completely because he was already booked. So he was...
Again, where the midfield was just getting massively... The midfield was just getting massively overrun.
Which I agree it was. Hayden is your hitter, Hayden is your sitter, Hayden's the one that breaks up the play. I'm sorry, but he couldn't hit my last.
Nah, but why wouldn't you then?
He was near women. He was
abusing women.
Now he's talking about abusing women. Jesus Christ.
But anyway,
potato.
Did you ever see that? Oh, sorry, I'm changing this for 2 seconds. Did you ever see the TalkSport interview when that guy rang in and he was talking?
I talked for ages,
and then he went. He hit that
classic
penalty like you hit your, and it just went quiet for 3 seconds. He went, "Thank you for your call," and then just moved on. The best ever.
I'm still willing to fight Stan. This is like Stan Collingwood's setup.
What, in his house?
He set up a studio in his house, hasn't he?
Has he?
There's somebody else does this as well, isn't there? Yeah. Isn't there somebody else that has a studio in the house?
I feel like Lee Law.
You should have done it in your bedroom.
Aye, hey. Oh well, Lee, what you doing?
Have you got a submit your set?
I've got a whiteboard. No, I haven't got a whiteboard.
But I just think the more that second half went on, the midfield were just getting overrun because they were just hitting win.
I thought
maybe that's when we should have done it. Had a substitution in. Take one of the strikers off and drop it back.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
That's exactly what I thought. Because I thought
this management lock isn't tricky, is it? It's very easy.
Some games we've been behind in games and we're saying we should go 2 up front because you're watching the game and you feel that it requires 2 up front.
Yeah.
I thought this game required another man in midfield
just to stop them running and hitting. Yep.
And again, I don't think it's rocket science personally, but I'm not Rafa, so I'm not entitled to opinion.
At the end of the day, the Man U game, I was taking it as expecting it.
We got what we were expecting, weren't we?
I think it was positive.
If we can put that
Old Trafford this season,
exactly. If we can put that half an hour and build on it, first away team to score this year.
Hey, you are. Well, of course it's a positive. We're going to win the league, man. We're going to win the league.
Conceded a goal and was X amount of minutes after that.
We could have scored 2 or 3. I really do believe that.
That's just in the league, though. I think they have in Europe, haven't they?
No, you take these defeats. It's the Bournemouth one that
you expected to lose that game in all reality,
which pisses us off a little bit now. You know, I hate going into the game thinking, we'll lose this. That's what's be pissing Rafa off as well. You know, Rafa ain't sitting next to Marino, who he thinks he's probably better than, and this is one of his like.
Well, they don't get on, do they?
Well, they don't. But obviously, Rafa's sitting there. He's not standing like Pardew going like, he's amazing. He's the best. Yeah. Rafa's standing there going, I am better than him. And he's getting home 4-1. It ain't good. It ain't good.
Yeah, but then he's managing Man United and Rafa's managing.
And he came out and Rafa even said that's the difference in that is they've had millions and millions of pounds worth of investment to spend on that team, and we haven't. The quality told.
Yeah. I did.
If we had that money, we could invest in having players because we are totally missing pace in that team.
Yeah.
Bar Yedlin, Atsu to some extent. There's nobody else that is quick.
Like Mike Ashley couldn't.
And that's what you need playing counter-attacking football.
Left bollock, man.
What, sorry?
Mike Ashley couldn't even buy Pogba's left bollock.
He'd have it on his wallpaper.
bollock wallpaper.
No, I know. But Pogba's not the be-all and end-all, man. I just think at times, Pogba was very good, and I understand 100%. I agree that what can you really do when one player's costing your squad? I get all that shit. Huddersfield beat them though. I didn't have Pogba, but Huddersfield beat them. They're beatable, man. They're gettable. They're not superhuman. They're not superhuman. They're not.
But I think once you go, once you go down to Man United,
things could have been different. Things should have been different.
And I'm very
the Hayden chance, the Murphy chance after half time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hayden's chance could have changed on that.
I was happy.
Shall we move on to the questions? We've had a few seconds.
I feel that we're skirting around a bit of an issue.
Who?
Dennis Wise on I'm Celebrity.
Well,
that wasn't what
I was thinking. Like,
what I would know.
I was thinking like last night's news.
It was
happened last night.
I got a text alert from Sky Sports News
about Pulis being sacked.
That was this morning.
I still reckon Coleman's crying in his cornflakes this morning. I really believe that he thought, shit. There's the girl.
Him.
There she is.
Talk about him.
Well,
still very.
I'm telling you,
manly. Still very manly.
She might listen to this podcast. Don't you jeopardise our future.
I seen her on Summit. I don't know. She looked lovely again. Like she's up there. Like she's rising on the calendar. Top 4. She's at Champions League places at the minute.
I'd buy Amanda Staveley calendar. 12 months of the year, Staveley.
If she's like an Ashley kind of person, she'll have one in the club shop.
Oh, 100%.
Porn Direct or like Amanda Direct, and it'll just be like
Porn Direct.
Sorry,
dear mate, it's
filthy. If your listeners, I'm really copy. These listen to the Buy Them In podcast. It can't be worse than like what Miller was talking about last week.
I don't listen to any podcast for NFL.
Disgusting.
Did you listen to it?
He's.
Did you actually listen to it?
I just don't.
Do you want to tell Deco yourself?
No. Is it that bad? If he doesn't tell us, it must be terrible.
Mate.
I'm not going to allow it to pass my lips.
Wow.
Miller went in there like
about who? Perez.
Oh man,
he would like her to pass his lips.
Oh, that's fair enough.
I'll tell you after we stop recording. Miller, I love you, but what you said is not for this podcast.
It's not for a family show, is it?
Oh well, fair enough.
I'll tell you after.
I need to meet this Miller. He sounds good, lad.
He'll have to get a bloody long way.
He'll have to get a Canada.
I've been before. I'll go again.
Born and bred in Gateshead, moved to Canada.
Well done.
Can't blame him.
Well done. Good shout.
Alright, so Miller. If anyone hasn't listened to the Buy Them In podcast, can give it a listen. It's not as good as ours.
What's it called? What?
Buy Them In podcast.
Buy Them In
NUFC.
Buy Them In.
By the min. Like as in by the minute.
Okay, right. Got you. I got you there. Got you. Anyway, back to Amanda. Anyway.
Oh yeah, Amanda.
She
was busy yesterday.
Finally showing us the colour of our money.
Daily Star was correct. They were correct?
Aye. But what? Well, a better fucking psychic than the one your ass has got to see, because they told the future 3 weeks ago.
That bid, they said it was going to be last week, and that bid that apparently was last night was actually last week. Yeah. It's been proven now it was last week. So the Daily Star was absolutely bang on.
No, well, apparently the bid that was yesterday was the second bid.
Well, I don't know that. I didn't know if it was the second, but
apparently there's already
it was last week anyway.
Apparently there's been 2 bids. One's the whole package. One's in instalments. So obviously the installment ones is a bigger. Did
you see? I seen one of some newspaper who, and this is what pisses us off, you know.
Daily Mail.
No. But I didn't know which one it was, right? But you've got a media who haven't mentioned it. Brighton is down again.
How many cans do you have?
Another one.
Brighton's been relegated.
A newspaper. Absolutely.
Do you want your dress? You can't. Do you want
a newspaper come out say, oh, there's nothing happening. It's very quiet, you know. But it's ongoing. Sky Sports News or whoever launches it and says bid's been made. Now, the same paper had bullet points of what the offer was. Apparently they'll pay more for winning the Champions League within 10 years. Do you honestly believe that was in the clause?
How do they know that? Non-disclosure?
No.
How do they know that?
It's not happening. There's no way that a company as big as what's coming into this club, it puts something like a relegation clause in the contract. There's no way that's happening. There's one saying there's going to be a Champions League clause. It's not happening. There's one that said it's a take it or leave it offer. Bollocks.
Ashley would never agree to put in a club because
it's funny.
Why would he sell a club with a relegation clause in there when he's got nothing to do with the club and can't impact that in any way?
But
I agree.
If we got relegated, that would be the new owners and team's fault. It's not him.
It's also the opposite side of the coin.
No, because it's split. It's split half and half.
What is?
Because if relegated this season,
but what happens if January she gives her any money? That's not
it depends when she takes over, doesn't it?
No, but what he's saying. Well, all right. So let's say there's a bonus. If we're getting the Champions League in 4 years, we'll give you £400 billion.
If we start in January in the position we're in now, then yes, that's their fault. That takes over the team.
Aye. But go to the other point, right? So let's say if we qualify for the Champions League in 5 years, we'll give you £500 billion. right? That's just to Ashley personally in his account.
It's a bit extra.
No, doesn't know, right? So he goes, fucking hell, absolutely. Of
course
and
he
she
would.
spends no money.
Yeah.
And then they don't get the Champions League. Ashley's had no input on that. So going back to your clause, man,
which is why I mean,
of course it's never going to happen. It's bullshit, man. But the same papers that said, oh, there's nothing happening, it's all quiet, there's no offer, they're still reading through files with Charlie's name on it. And then all of a sudden, the same newspaper goes, oh, I've got it here, this is it, bullet point, Champions League, and fuck off.
Just look
You
at
don't know that.
Tactical leaks, man. Tactical leaks.
Two Sky Sports presenters saying opposite things.
Yeah, well, that's true, yeah, I give you that.
But it depends who they're talking to, doesn't it?
Saying 300 million bids being made. An hour later, we've got Keith Downey saying, nah, it's well below. Like, no way, man. Like,
it depends who they're talking to within
they've got different sources,
the club to get it, innit?
But did you not notice the ones that started saying that it was below 300 million weren't the ones that put the news out there that there had been a bid?
Yeah.
So do you think it was a bit of a spite thing?
Of course it is.
I think
Absolutely. It's massive news, and every certainly our neck of the woods want to have the first sort of, you know. And sometimes you throw enough shit, some of it sticks. So some of them might be just banging that much shit out there, saying it's over 300 million actually, but probably under. Or I don't know if it's been accepted. Actually, it's a final offer. It's take it or leave it. One of them things might be right. And they'll go, I said that.
Who put this take it or leave it bullshit out?
Well, some arsehole, man, some idiot.
Like, I know nothing about this take it, nothing. But there's no way. At such an early stage of bidding, is there a take it or leave it offer?
Of course there's not. Of course, no, and Greg's buying a pasty here.
The take it or leave it offer is going to, like...
Festive bake.
It's lovely. I tried my first one last week. Couldn't believe it.
First festive bake?
Everyone at work was banging on about them, and I was like, oh, I'll go and get one.
Try the turkey and
You must have went before 10 a.m. in the morning then, because they're always sold out after that.
Oh, sold out.
I was early, I think, actually.
Well, Salt Meadows
nightmare to get.
Very nice.
Always.
Very nice.
Always.
1.50 though or something. I was a bit surprised.
What I'm saying is this take it or leave it offer. Well, like, that's not happening, man. Like, I reckon the take it or leave it offer will probably come around about the 320 mark. As this.
I don't know. Well, he wanted 400 at the start of the season, didn't he?
380.
So,
but let's be honest, he wants out, and he wants out as quick as he can get. If someone's going to offer him 320 million cash, like
60 million's a lot of money to miss out on.
No, but look at the.
I think he wants more like 350, doesn't he?
He's making the profit on that, man. He's already pocketed.
It depends whether that includes the money back out on his loan and stuff like that. And
if he wants out, he'll take that. Can he go another X amount of seasons as Newcastle owner?
You'll want to get his house decorated before Christmas, get some new wallpaper.
But can he, if we get relegated this season, right?
It's not even relegation. It's about I think he is personally shitting it about the next window.
He wants out
because he knows I'm not putting any more in here.
He's a millionaire, right? But he's
cannot.
Yeah, but
that's why he's put the Christmas thing on because
wallpaper.
He doesn't want January. He doesn't want January to come.
He cannot afford to be an owner of a football club in this day and age. And that's what it's down to. Like, fair enough, on paper he's a billionaire, right? In his bank account he's not. So he cannot afford to keep this club in the Premier League, and that's the end of it. So if someone comes along and offers you 320 million, there you go. He's going to whack. He'll sell that.
It's a hell of a carrot. Like, if someone dangles that over you, like, it's amazing, that, isn't it? Because I had heard things, and I'm not saying this is true, of course. I'm just saying what I'm trying to read about. People were saying that Sports Direct hasn't been doing as well. His other business adventures, like,
there's been a couple. He's been
failing massively. And you know, maybe he's thinking I need to get money and a capital from somewhere else, which obviously is us, and just drain it, and then he's got a nice healthy account again, type of thing. Do you know what I mean? Maybe then he can buy Schlesinger 2 or whatever. I don't know, whatever he wants.
Schlesinger 2.
Well, no, what I'm saying is
he
buys all these shitty little, not shitty, but you know, like fire traps and
like fire trap, like
Dunlop. He sold Dunlop for a boatload. And maybe he's thinking, right, I need another bit of capital to start again. I also read that he's going to buy like a League 1 team or a League 2 team and then try and build them.
Mike Ashley is stupid if he goes back into football.
No, but
I think he'll do alright. I think he'll do alright at that level.
Arena.
No, where but how far do you go? Right, go to League 1, right? You get promoted to the Championship, right? Then what? What's your ambition? Because if you go to the Premier League, what are you going to do? Just sell the club? Because he can't compete.
He makes money.
Maybe.
He can't.
He's a businessman.
He is, and he makes more money.
You cannot fault his business acumen of running that club.
Maybe he's going to take over Sugar when Sugar pisses off on the apprentice and it'll just be Ashley Sports Direct like HQ. It's firing people on 0-hour contracts. Imagine that, the Sports Direct concept of the apprentice.
That'd be quite good, actually. I loved his court interview with me, like when they said to him, like, this is going on in your company. He says, well, it might be going on at Marks and Spencer's, and then, or something like that. He said, and they turned around and they went, well, it's not going at Marks and Spencer's. It's going at you. How do you know it's not going at Marks and Spencer's? I was like, I don't know. You've got a real good point there.
You had a point.
He was spot on, and he says to me, how do I know what my area manager's texting someone in Sussex? Yeah. I don't have his phone number. Yeah. I don't know what he's being texting. I was like, fair comment.
You had a point.
It's not a twat, but it's fair comment. Like.
It's like people are kicking off when you pull the Watergate 50 quid notes and that, and like,
oh, nah.
If I was rich, I'd do that.
Nah. The same twat that said that on Twitter is probably pulling out a bag of coke and glitter ball.
Oh.
I know who the bigger twat is.
Can that be us, like the title for us, both in a bag of coke and glitter?
No, but do you know what I mean though? Like how you'll get some absolute arsehole walking to McDonald's that's just been a tit for no reason whatsoever, and then the same person will be going, what's he pulling out a board of 50s for? He fucking can, that's why. That's a hell of a lot of fucking wallpaper in his pocket.
That's how you pull like pound coins out with.
I've got notes.
No, not you. This person you're talking about.
Yeah, but like, do you know what I mean? That's a again. This is the thing. It's a stigma, isn't it? When someone doesn't like someone, it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they do. It's
being
wrong.
Being an Ashley apologist again, isn't it?
To be fair, I was at work. You know, lad said he might listen to this. Like, but sorry. Sorry. What's he called?
He doesn't even know his name.
Paul, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're listening. He said, fair enough, everyone hates Ashley, but he's done a fair few good things for Newcastle. Obviously, at the top of my head, I couldn't think of anything apart from the start he brought Keegan back, which were all
mistake.
It was a mistake, but we wanted that. Well, the majority of fans did want that. I
was out of the moon.
He brought Benitez in. Then the season McLaren came in, he spent 80 odd million. Those were the three things at the top of my head, right?
Finished fifth.
Do you know what?
But like we said, he only brought that money because he shit himself.
Do you know what Paul's major thing was? He's looking at Phil. For a good reason.
A good reason. Right.
Like what he's done good for the club. Yeah. He brought LED lighting around the pitch.
The sponsor.
Did he use that as an actual valid argument?
Dead serious. Like he's got a crack in his face and LED lighting in the stadium. I just went.
Oh god! Wait till he brought the clock. He brought the clocks back as well, didn't he? Put clocks in the corners.
He gave everybody a free pint at one game.
Did I have a scarf? Have I had a scarf off him?
I don't think what.
LED lights, man. He painted the stand. He painted the stairs one season as well. Remember all the stairs in the ground?
Well, that was fucking horrible.
I didn't care what any fans say. I didn't care, right? I remember, and I've said this before on here, when we were signing all these Frenchies and life was great, and everyone says, you know, I believe in his ethos of like, you know, buying abroad cheap and you know, everyone. I didn't care what anyone says. I
agree with you.
Every fan was behind him at that point.
Well, that's why I was saying about this takeover.
And I'm with you on that. I was going to get there actually to say, well, I love this woman. Is that not Wise, is it?
That's Dennis Wise, that?
Dennis Wise.
That's not. This girl here, being realistic, I listened to Mark Douglas on TalkSport this morning when I pulled up, and he said,
friend of the show.
He was saying, what's the fans like? Because this Cockney on the thing went, what's the fans' attitude like? And he says, they're just over the moon. They just want her in, blah, blah, blah. He says, but they want her in, but they actually don't really know what she's going to be doing.
Exactly.
They don't know where their money's coming from. They don't know how much money she's going to be spending.
We want her in because it's not Ashley.
That's it. We're at that stage of the line here where it's like, I'm far enough along the plank, I'm about to jump. Like, how far can you get?
Anyone but Pardew, now with anyone but Ashley.
It goes one of two ways. You either
definitely getting rough around, by the way.
Using your plank analogy, you're either jumping off into shark-infested waters, or you're jumping off into paradise.
I know, but
you just don't know what.
But then you look at our history.
And another thing that TalkSport said today was that if the takeover doesn't happen, he's off.
He probably is.
He's gone.
We know that.
So that would be from the ultimate high of she's coming. I've got a picture of her. To fuck me, we've got Ashley and we've lost Rafa. Can you imagine that? That's suicide watch that there, like for time's sake. I'm telling you now, like.
If he's away though,
wow.
So wherever he goes, going to have to pay a canny wedge to get him away.
Is it any surprise though if Ashley isn't gone by the end of the season that Rafa's gone?
Because he didn't walk.
Come on, he didn't get
walk
any money
away.
spent in the summer.
He didn't walk away 2 years. Well, not a year. 2 years ago. You know, the season went down.
But the reason that he didn't walk away was because of the fans. Was because of us.
So,
nothing to do with Ashley. So how long is he going to keep saying?
No,
because of the fans. It's because of the fans.
No, I disagree. When he no, well, a bit of both.
$3 million a year.
He stayed definitely for the fans there. He's getting paid a wedge. He's one of the top paid in Europe. Man.
Europe,
yeah. You know, and again, and I hate him. I hate Ashley. But
paid or something like that.
Ashley's paying him well there. In fairness, I still don't know how we fucking got him. But anyway, but now when he had that conversation with Ashley and everything was going to be okay, there were rosy years out, and then it hit the fan again. And I think now if it gets to January and Ashley's still here, like he probably will leave. Like I can't really blame him either, to be honest. Because then we are fucked.
I don't think he'd walk away. I think he respects us too much to do that.
I think he thinks we respect him too much.
Yeah.
And
I think if he walked away, Rafa, I just think the fans know.
I'll understand. That's what I think as well. Yeah, I do.
And to be fair, what we do.
Can you imagine?
Would we blame Rafa for walking? No, not one.
I'd like to hope that he would be more of a man about the situation.
Yeah, but would you be angry at him for leaving?
Aye. 100%.
You'd be angry at Rafa?
100%. Aye.
Why?
He's on £3 million a year, man.
True.
He's on £3 million a year. I pay my money, hard-earned money, and I hate to say that phrase, but to go and follow that club, and he should, I believe he does think of us. I honestly do believe that, but I would be pissed off if he walked out. Like, I didn't care who he is. I'd be pissed off if he walked out.
Keegan walked.
And it's shit. It's shit. I was shit then. Aye, twice. 3 times, really, in a way.
Right.
Came back. But anyway, bullshit. You should not walk out on it. What type of... That's awful. What does that say to your players? And it's just awful, that. I know not his players if he walks out, but that's an awful thing to do. Imagine a player did that. Just went, I didn't like Ashley, and I didn't like, yes, I'm a player.
When's Rafa's contract?
Is
Rafa's contract till the end of next season? Not this season.
I think it is next.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think
18-19 season.
I don't think he would walk away. I think he'd have a lot to say about the situation.
Like he did before.
Like he did at the start of the season.
So you think he'd probably force
he has to be backed in January one way or another.
But we don't know, do we? Like, we hope she's going to come in and go, amazing. But we don't really know, do we?
This consortium could come in and say, well, you've got this for. But
right, let's say this consortium comes in, right?
Be that. You can't come in and just say.
You've got
to speculate to accumulate.
They've got fucking tons and tons.
Well, they were going to
gold
pay billions for Liverpool.
Was it 1.2 billion? Pay for Liverpool,
so there's £1 billion. Well, just less than £1 billion.
So we've got £1 billion in January.
Give them monies. Can you imagine? No, not $1 billion in January. No, but like. I've heard a few things, right?
What's the fair play thing would be up in arms with that, wouldn't it?
Sponsor the stadium for £1 billion.
That's all you've got to do, isn't it? That's all you've got to do.
But let's be honest.
Sinbad sells cookies and the sponsor
come
is
January,
if
they say we're going to spunk 40-50 million into the January transfer window, we'll snap the hands off. You're not buying much, but you'll buy a striker that's going to score your goals.
Do you reckon? Murphy's 12 million.
You buy a striker.
When you leave him alone,
no, but
he plays alright on Sunday.
Saturday night. What I'm saying though is he might have played well on Sunday. I didn't see him, but
I thought it was Sunday the moment we stayed out. Well,
no, I knew he didn't. In fairness, I didn't get at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like so, anyway. And that was
Saturday night, wasn't it?
It was, and that was a bad result. I didn't get until 7 in the morning. But anyway, regardless of that, £50 million doesn't get you that much, but it might get you 2 good players. I mean, real quality players. January's a bad window. I don't want to be a QPR paying 500 grand with Samba and all this shite. You know what I mean? That worries us slightly.
I don't really want to be the Man City when they first got took over because they were spunking money on players out.
Robinho, didn't they? No, Robinho.
30
we'd have our tops off and my cocks out. And I agree with you. If you got Robinho walking doing fucking King Street and that, or Northumberland Street, I'd be loving it. Even though I know he was a mercenary, and them bought everyone at that time.
In the last, when did Man City get took over? 6 years ago? 7 years ago? It was a while ago.
The first or the second time, because I got taken over by that Tasha McNoble. Well, I didn't know his name. Was first to come here.
Let's be honest. Like the way they dealt with that the first week, they were just buying players left, right, and centre, weren't
they were. Oh,
that's because
we've got a good We've got to be honest. We've got a good squad here. We've got a good team, right? We need 2-3 more.
We need number 10
in that team.
We've got a clever guy, Rafa Naz. Rafa Naz.
But then you flip it around and say, yes, Rafa knows, but do you trust Rafa with that amount of money?
You got to. Who else would you not? Who else would you trust?
No one else can back it. But let's be honest.
I do look at these transfers.
He's brought some.
He's had some
bad players in Newcastle United.
Lazard, Diarmi.
Well, not just at Newcastle. He has in his career elsewhere. In Liverpool, he used to
Alonso left.
left
Who
right,
did he bring in after Alonso?
You're right there, like.
But let's. Yes, we're trusting.
But he builds a squad, so he likes to have a big squad and
he likes
in strength and depth.
And all that.
So yes, of course, every player's not going to come off and be a world beater.
The podcast of that chief executive for Liverpool at the time when Rafa was there for like 8 years or whatever it was.
Izzy's dad?
No, it wasn't at the time. It was someone else that was involved. It wasn't Izzy's dad though. And he was saying that every transfer window we're talking about having a left back. And he says, I said to Rafa, this is the 8th left back that you want us to buy in 8 years. Like, why? Like, why do you want another left back? And he was good because the rest aren't any good.
Unapologetic.
So that means that you've bought 8 shit left backs.
Yeah.
Because they were all Rafa's buys. And that's what that guy was trying to say to Rafa. Like, we've spent £300 million for
well, the thing is you can see players that play for certain teams in the world beaters, and you bring them in your team, and they just it doesn't work for whatever reason.
And we've had a few: Sells, Lazard, Diarmi, Hanley. I'm trying to think of more.
Fucking don't say that.
Do you know what I mean? Well, there's been a few here. There has been a few disasters. In all fairness, like, you know what I mean.
I think that's a bit harsh on. Diarmi hasn't been a
no. I said a few disasters.
disaster.
I said a few disasters. So I mean,
Sells
was the biggest disaster in world history, man.
From a player that
he's a bigger disaster than Trump, man.
From a player who Hull rated so much, Hull fans were gutted to see the back of
I did as well. He was mint at West Ham, man. He was quality at West Ham.
He comes to us and he hasn't flattered. Like, nah, he's got a lot to prove to us now. Like, if someone's gonna like pay what we paid for him now, he'd be gone.
How much was it? Did we pay?
Was it 8?
Do you know my mate who is the groundsman at the club?
Oh, I just made that up.
Yeah, cuts the grass for the players' houses, the gardens. So I was out with a drink on Saturday. He says he got roped into going to Diarmi's to cut his grass. His house is like, it's the best he's ever seen. Diarmi's house.
Where's he live?
I cried like for a bit.
Darrasol, of course, it's every day.
The young ones normally live in Jasmine.
He said literally when he went in and he said it was just like the best house you've ever seen. And he's been in some houses like. But
there'll have been some old other players that's already left.
Probably.
They're always on rotate houses.
Shola's
house on Cribs. I used to deliver.
Doesn't live there now.
Well, no, he doesn't. But I used to deliver to Jasmine area, to Shola's house. So I went one day. The surname was Teody for this parcel. Oh, no, I'm getting that wrong. The surname was something else next door. Now I looked on the drive and the red was Teody. I thought, that has to be a check Teody. Yeah. So I didn't even try the house that the parcel was supposed to be going to. I went straight to Teody's house. Not on the door. Let's see.
Did you not press the buzzer on the gate, like?
Oh, no. Like, just in the middle of a cul-de-sac, man. So I knocked on the door, checked your answer the door. Take this parcel next door, man. He takes it in. He takes it in. He's absolutely class. And later on in the week, I bumped into him again. I used to bump into the likes of Shola, Teody, Danny Simpson. I see Danny Simpson nearly every day in Jasmine, man. And Teody, I was in the van. And it was 2 weeks before the derby. I'm sure it was a 5-1 derby. So we played Bolton the week before the derby. Oh, sorry, I can't. But we played Bolton. And he was talking about a game, and I went, "Forget about that game. The derby's the week after, man." I went, "This is the derby we need to win, mate." I'm sure it was a 5-1. I just chatting away. I said, "Will you sign me van?" Because I didn't have any.
Sign your van?
Oh, mate. How do you have that? So I worked for City Link at the time, so like my van was yellow and green, right? So I had a black marker. So I said, "Will you sign me van?" He just started laughing. And like he was about to write, and he started laughing.
What, a bit like this?
Aye, like that. Like
sign me van. He's never been asked on any fucking life.
He was looking.
Well, until you did, obviously.
He was looking as if I was fucking stupid.
True.
And like, he was about to write, and he looked at us and I went, "No, carry on." I've got a photo on my phone. I went, "Just sign it." And he signed me van. He's laughing his tits. He just signed it though, just wiping away, laughing his tits off.
Sign it. Arm, t-shirt, note.
No, he signed me van.
You just send the paperwork when you fucking drop some parcel off for him, like.
No, I just saw him like I wasn't delivering him.
Sign me van.
That is things, man.
I went back to the depot again, proper chuffed in that. I see like a guy's in the office.
Can I wash the van?
Oh, no, I went in the office.
Gaffer went off it.
Oh, I did.
Did he?
Oh, all the gaffers and that, all the managers and Mackhams. So I walked in, like, big smile face. Are you so happy? I went, I've got the hardest van in the depot. You know, time I went, "Teody, sign me van." He went, the gaffer's face was dropped. He went, "You sign your van." I went, Aye, Sammy Van. You went with what? I went, marker.
Fuck. That's unbelievable.
So he comes outside the gaffer. He went, where's it? I went, on the driver's door. So he comes out. Chris, you're going to have to fucking take that off. well, it's marker. How am I going to take it off? He went,
get licking.
He went, you're going to have to get the jet wash and take it off. So I went, fuck off, man. I went, you Sammy Van? I went, I'm keeping it on at least a week. He went, there's me trying to get the signature off. What did fuck come on? Honestly, it might still be on now.
Fucking
well, it won't be. They've all gone bust.
No, he was on the ceiling driving around the vans. About ceiling on the side, just yellow and green vans all out of the shop.
I need a piss.
But I checked
Where's your box?
Sammy Van. Just go through that
door
let
me
to the next door.
Unbelievable.
Like, not on the pram.
Out of the step, up the side gate.
Oh, yeah.
Aye, straight ahead. But I checked you out to Sammy Van. That was a while ago. Like, how many years ago was that?
2000.
So it was the 5-1 dog.
10, 11 season on it.
I like Teohy.
10, 11.
I used to speak to him quite a bit. He was a good lad. Danny Simpson was a good lad.
He's dead now though. Not Danny Simpson. Jake Teohy.
Fuck.
My friend's missus used to look after his kids.
Who? Danny Simpson's?
Jake Teohy's.
How many did he have?
A few. The numerous wives.
I think the house that I used to live at, I don't think that was Teohy's house. I think he bought the Shola's house, Shola's house for his family. And his family lived there and he lived around the corner in this apartment.
Oh, he didn't used to live with his
I was like, he's a man, he's down, there's loads of them living in there. But he's a good bloke. He used to always speak. And like, Danny Simpson used to get some shit when he's here. And every time Danny Simpson used to see me, he used to walk over at me and talk to us.
Oh, that's nice for you.
It was the season we bought all the Frenchies. So when was that? Like someone bought Goodbye, like all them, like Hedora, remember, like that.
2014?
That's when it was.
14, something like that.
And that's when, like, people used to say Danny Simpson, fair enough, like off the field, he might be beating his lass up on that, like.
No, he was not off the pitch, wasn't he?
Lasses that he was shagging like this.
When I saw him,
didn't mind
like,
him.
in Jesmond, he used to always come over and talk, like, always. Like, I wouldn't even have to go over and approach us, he used to come over and, like, recognise us, obviously, because I used to see him nearly every day.
Premier League winning right back.
He was that. And he used to be fair, that season that we finished 5th, he was probably our best defender. The amount of goal line clearances he made.
I was about at least double figures. Had to be, man. Had to be. But he was one of
used
them
to
again.
get some shit as well, didn't he?
Oh my God, he got terrorised. He got terrorised him.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone said he was shit. And it's one of them, isn't
He
it?
had a good season, great season.
We're talking about this again earlier when I was talking about where you have a player and you slag him off and slag him off and slag him off. You get rid of him, you get someone else in, and really you think, he's probably better than one man. And he was one of them. I thought.
I had some good right backs.
For Debussy was horrendous.
We've done that quite a bit.
It was only because he was Kabai's game mate.
Was Debussy after Simpson?
Was it? Did we not have Debuchy, Simpson then?
No, I think it was Simpson.
Simpson.
No, it was Simpson, Debussy then, yeah.
Because Kabai was Kabai's mate, wasn't it? Open the doors, kisses, loves, hugs. And
oh, like romance, we loved romance.
He was shite.
I liked Debuchy.
To be fair, right? It's so weird that the band's like
he
toy
was
box.
shite, man.
No, I liked Debuchy.
Look, this is like completely like not podcast related or anything, but watch.
I'm good at that.
Oh, we're fucking in, are they?
Why have you got Matt Debuchy in the kids' play box?
It's not a job you can get.
Shift Yosselu.
Oh, look at the numbers.
Shift him. Just Yosselu. Fuck him off.
I am.
Yeah, we've got the kids' boxes like got Newcastle.
Wait, you've got them the wrong way. Just a second.
Oh,
No, this one needs to go this side. Right, let's turn around.
Hey, do you know who he looks like on there?
23, sure. But like,
Oh, sorry. You know who he looks like on there? Do you know that Game of Thrones character who hates Jon Snow? He hates him. He actually hates Jon Snow, but he's like, he's on the wall.
Where is
like
he?
he's.
Oh, yes, I know who
Doesn't
you
he
mean.
like him?
Aye.
Doesn't he?
oh, might be in the other one.
More fresher version of
I know
him.
who you mean.
Now, careful. Oh, look.
Rafa?
Like, Rafa's just in the
God, he's skinny as out. Is that when he was younger?
That's Napoli
That was
days.
when he was in that
I've got a Rafa one like in the house. Like,
You've got Scooby Doo in that.
God, he's so skinny, there, isn't he?
But like,
What are you looking for?
Kabai's in here somewhere.
He's probably on strike. He didn't travel.
Is that
He didn't travel. Fuck Kabai.
He must be in another one. Fuck him.
No, it's our famous
He's on strike. His head's been turned.
Aye. He didn't travel at the table there.
This is what I slowly do. I'm slowly turning the kids into massive Newcastle fans by dropping little sort of hints. But now it's goodbye.
I hope you're going to tidy all that mess up.
That
just
literally
made.
looks like nothing like that apart from having a bit of a go.
Why must have gone to PSG?
Skinny as fuck.
It looks like what's Max and Paddy.
He does, He looks like
He is though.
Can you hear me now?
Do you watch Game of Thrones? Do you?
Nah, not as much as that. I watched some of
That's
it.
him. Like I'm telling you now.
I know how you mean.
I'm hopeless for names on that show. Anyway, he hates Jon Snow.
Shall we get the questions? How long have we gone? Someone else read the questions.
He's like the Night Watchman.
Yes, the Night Watchman who's
yeah.
plot against him.
Right.
Is it going to be before Christmas?
I'll not tell you what he does.
Is it before Christmas? Do you reckon we'll get taken over to end that?
100%.
It's not until Christmas, you know.
100%. I reckon we'll have
I think it's probably now, the way that it's coming about and the little bits of information that are coming out, I think it's probably much more advanced than we believe it, because
I think you anticipated, because you were on the fence.
I didn't know.
Me and him were like,
it's
look
just
at this man.
I know.
I think we'll have a fee agreed for the club by the end of this week.
Atmosphere on Saturday will be. We'll get beat off Watford, but it'll still be unbelievable.
That's why I think it's a tactical release of information to get people, because even then Rafa came out and spoke about, you know, the fans sticking together with the club, coming off the back of that good performance and stuff like that, and
I think
because like we said, that atmosphere, the last home game, it turned back to poison. So we need some positivity in there. But
300 million bids gone in, right? Say it's 300 million, 290, whatever it is, right? Ashley's going to reject that offer. We know he's going to reject that offer because
you might have already done it. I think 2 weeks down the line.
This is all news. I think that we're here.
I think it's getting slowly leaked to the press to build it up. I think that the deal's there on the table for say like 320 million. I think the deal's already in there, and Ashley's got that sitting on his desk, right? He knows that bid's there.
So has he leaked this one and then get another?
I think they have leaked this one to push this through.
Okay.
So they've already came out and said that they're preferred. They've got exclusive negotiation rights or something like that, because they're the only ones that have.
That's what they want this week. So I think come Thursday, Friday, there's going to be a deal on the table, and he's going to accept it. He's accepting anything around the 320 mark.
It's just odd timing. Why wouldn't you have done it when it was the international break or something like that, and then have a...
Well, if their due diligence isn't done, they're not in a position to be able to do it. The bottom line is them just want to do it when they can do it.
We've been saying for weeks, right? Like, I've rang you too, and I'm not saying any names, but I rang you too. Was it last week or the week before? Saying that I had a phone call saying that it's all progressing well. There's going to be a bid in the next few weeks. It's progressing well. Just because it's silent doesn't mean nothing's happening. Right?
Which I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Right? And it's coming to play now. This bid is in the public domain. Right? So I think that's Amanda Stavely and the group that's behind that, that's put that out there to push this sale through. To say, actually, it's there. Accept it or decline it as soon as possible. Because if we don't hear in the next few days what's happening with this bid, we'll be like, how are you now? The bid's there.
I agree. I mean, if you go, let's look at Chelsea or Man City, right? Do you honestly think there was one bid in that? Just one bid on the table? I'll accept that.
You're expecting 4 or 5 bids, man.
Of course you are, and that's why. But as usual, it's everything that goes on with us. It gets leaked, and there's an absolute circus about it.
The thing is,
there's no club, I don't think maybe ever, that's been accepted on one bid.
Oh,
I'd be surprised.
Well, unless you come in with a stupid
maybe an astronomical
offer,
one, but it's called negotiations. Like book my house, you know what I mean? You're to and fro the price a little bit, and I know
they've got on Facebook Marketplace.
Do you know what I mean? Though, like, and I just think, you know, and that's not eBay, but they've put a bid in. They may put 2 bids in. He's not particularly that pleased, but now it's progressing.
I think this club will go for 320 million. I'm putting it out there, 320 million. I think the club's gone.
Well, if she's bidding nearly 300. Psychologically, she's paid 300 million already. She's bid that, so next for 20. How are you, man? That's a couple of fucking chic kebabs or something, man. It's no, man. That's fuck all, man. 20 million is fuck all, man.
I think the 3.
It's only fucking a bit of Murphy and a bit more.
Aye, Murphy needs leg.
That's what I. Just see, you couldn't buy 2 of him for what he wants extra. She'll be like this. Nay bother.
Like, you're not very good at maths, are you?
What?
Murphy and his leg.
Aye. Oh, legs, aye. That's at least 18 and a half.
So he's got 2.
Right.
It's like half of his body.
Right. So what was half of his...
His legs are pretty shit from what I'm saying. Sorry, there was that girl.
Oh, Steph.
I didn't mean it. I was just trying to be sarcastic. Sorry.
Yeah, well, pretty bad, man, say. Because we need, like,
You
Murphy
hate
plus
Murphy.
his 2 legs.
I do not hate Murphy though.
You do?
He made him Christmas shopping apparently. He had more bags than fucking appearances. So he had 3 bags.
Wow.
But anyway, no, honestly, no. He said he
Go on,
went Christmas
Murphy.
shopping. He said literally he had like just bags coming out his fucking eyes, like unbelievable.
Disappointing.
Get the questions ready for.
Other questions?
I haven't done anything with any.
Where were you when you were shit? Exact same place. Fuck that. That's the first thing. That's from a retweet. Oh, sorry, retweeted by Kieran with like a T-Rex sort of like emoji. Yeah, Kieran. We were in exactly the same place where you were shit.
What on earth are you talking
No,
about?
it's on his phone. Look there. Kieran with a T-Rex kind of emoji, and it says.
That's a turtle. You get your eye tested.
Actually, you know what it is, Yorkshire. Sorry, Kieran with a turtle emoji. I do apologise. Says, "Where were you when you were shit?" ? And then it says exactly the same place. For us.
You've got them?
No, I've just
Well, you've been sitting outside
I've just
for the
been-
last 30 seconds.
I've
been talking about turtles.
We're trying to, well, dinosaurs, which is a fucking turtle.
Dinosaurs or turtles?
Horrendous. One of the worst. You'll see that actually by me.
Does anyone want a can?
Actually, no, I'm not. No.
Want some questions?
Is Mitrovic leaving?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That was just me off the
Here's
top
a,
of the
a
head.
deep one for you.
Hang on, let's answer this question by
DeAndre Edlin.
We'll go back to it.
Oh.
No, we'll go back to it. Mine's not important. More important, please.
Failure is success if you learn from it.
Well, he needs to change.
Deep. Google, hasn't
Deep for a Tuesday.
No, he's
isn't
looked in
it?
the mirror and seen his hair, and he's thought, "Yeah, that's a failure."
Me more kind of.
So I'll learn from that and change that.
Right, let's go back to Mitrovic.
Yeah,
What did you say?
I just read something today that he's now getting to the stage where he's sick and tired, but the love of the fans and the pull of the fans is keeping him here. That's what I read.
Right.
Could be bullshit, but it's what I read.
What I'm going to put out there is Mitrovic is probably 50-50, right? Some will love him, some will hate him.
Oh, right, fans.
Right? If I was Mitrovic, I'd be wanting to leave in January for my career. Nothing else. The fans, they love you.
If he's not going to get a game.
Leave now, and we'll. No one's going to kick off about Mitrovic leaving. Come on, he's not going to game, so we're not going to be. Oh, why is he leaving?
It's never going to change because
No,
if
it's
she
not.
takes over and she gives him money to spend, he's not going to get a game anyway.
Mitrovic,
He's not going to get a game. Period.
as a young
you can't play when we've got
he's
new strikers,
only
man.
22, 23, and he's a young lad. He needs to go for his career.
No, you're right.
It's a shame.
End of.
Just doesn't work for
It is a shame. It is a shame. But end of, he needs to go. And that, well, in fact, not just me, like all the forward are
it's
massive
kinda-
Mitrovic fans.
That pisses off like, when we're on Twitter and it'll be like, look who scored again, and it'll be a Vine.
That's what we're going to do.
Just be
Remember when
relentless.
Cabela went and Cabela was banging the sets and goals in left, right, and centre.
fan.
I Tovin and Cabai when he went.
Well, let's
for it,
think.
it's just like
Mitrovic,
constant.
I think Mitrovic should go back to Anderlecht.
No, I think he'll go abroad. I don't think he'll go back there. I don't know where he'll go, but
Anderlecht is abroad.
no, I mean, what I meant. Sorry,
In England.
what I meant was
Somewhere else.
Yeah, somewhere else. I don't know where. But
I think go to Anderlecht. I think Philippe will have
AC
him
Milan
back.
will buy him. It's my shot.
All this Nats will know about Philippe.
I've got some sad news.
They should pull that bid.
Shola Amiobi is now no longer a record holder.
What the fuck is someone scoring more penalties?
He's been overtaken by Peter Crouch as the Premier League's record substitute appearance.
Bullshit.
I've seen
thing, isn't it?
Crouchy retweeting him. I don't know if actually this is a good thing to be known for. I like Crouchy on Twitter. He's meant like his lass is absolutely phenomenal.
Abby.
Have you got the questions? You
No,
know that you like
can
things.
I- can
Well,
you
go on the
find them?
podcast and go on the like things.
I'm on. Or have you liked them?
I've been doing it for the last 6
I'm new to this Twitter thing.
Last 6 weeks and won't fucking be doing it. The reason you're doing it
I
is
can't remember
because the last
how to do
time I do it, I got a message off someone saying, "Chris, were you pissed when you were reading the questions out?" Because I fucking could not read my phone.
Yeah, poor
it. Right, here we
I
go.
was about 6 pints in. I had to put fucking 3 before you two turned up.
So, Mr. Fish,
Is that Rob? Is it
Rob.
Rob,
my friend of the
Hey,
show.
Rob.
Do you think? I think this one's for.
Have you gone right to the start? You're just picking any.
I'm just
sucking them out.
starting at the top
All
and
right.
working my way
Well,
down.
go on. So.
So, do you think that Murphy would be suited to playing away from home, not only for his pace on the counter, but also for the fact that he seemed overawed at home, especially against Bournemouth?
Myth.
Bournemouth. P.S. I thought he was decent at Man U, even though he was being slated. Yeah, we said he had a reasonable game. We all said that.
So I know everyone thinks I hate him. Steph clearly thinks I hate him. Do I think he's worth 12 million?
Bitter about the money.
No one asked that question.
At this moment.
Why do you keep bringing up his fee? He didn't. I've told you this before. He didn't decide his transfer fee, did he?
I only said it for you. I only said it for you.
Do I think he's worth 12 million? No.
I'm only worth 12 million.
How much do you think he's worth? What was that to 8?
6.
Fucking hell.
Aye, but that was because that was
Marino was 7.
But this is where the benefit comes from of getting a play, having tying up a deal on a play before you buy, isn't it? It's a try before you buy. It's like a trial. You're getting them in, both Atsu and Marino.
Yeah,
we got both of them in and try it before you buy.
Yeah, but try before you buy Marino was fucking stupid.
I should have been worth about. If he's worth 12, he should be worth at least 50.
The difference is he's English.
Oh no!
And he's 21-year-old.
I keep you on this English drum.
It gets you a premium on your price.
I'll go back to his question. Sorry, because we're going away from his question. What was it again?
I have no idea.
No,
do you think Murphy would be more suited to playing away from home than at home?
100% correct. He actually would more benefit playing the under-23s.
Isn't that about the teams you play?
There we go. You should play in the under-23s.
No,
we said this. No, I'm sorry.
I said we were about getting him some experience.
He's got to get minutes, man. Sitting in the house playing FIFA's not going to help him. He's got to be playing bloody games of football. He had Savvy, he had Colback in
He does have to be playing games of football, but the 23s isn't competitive football compared to...
Yeah, if he's taking 3 players on and banging them in the top corner, he'd be going home in the harbour. Better than at the minute going home so upsetting and annoyed.
To be fair, Aaron's has been playing in the 23s, and he made an appearance at the weekend. So
all these people that are saying I'm negative towards Murphy aren't saying anything about Aaron's. Now, I would honestly say I'm not the biggest Aaron's fan, but he should be ahead of Murphy, surely. I think even on just past performances, man. He should be ahead of fucking
past
Murphy.
performance, he probably should be.
No one mentions Aaron's.
Daryl.
Daryl who?
Well, I think you know the answer to that.
Irish Daryl. Is he Irish?
Daryl Mitchell Hill. He says, a lad near me at Old Trafford was calling Rafa's subs shite.
I've got a Jewish team.
The rabbi. In particular, Mitro, because of the timing.
Hang on, start this question again, because it just made no sense here.
Rafa's substitution.
Oh, right.
Were they shite?
That was bad.
In particular, Mitro.
Fucking hell.
Mitro.
What time did he come on? Sorry, what time did he come on? I don't actually remember.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Well, 4-1 down.
Because of the timing of it, he could have been blamed for the result. What were your thoughts? I kind of got where he was coming from.
Well, I said jokingly before, is Rafa setting Mitrovic up the field, but that substitution, it does quite look like he is setting him up the field, because what's he going to achieve?
Well, like we say, at that late stage, we weren't getting back into the game. I think, as we talked about before,
has he put Mitrovic on the pitch to save just lose, because he's starting the next game?
Yeah, absolutely. He did it to take off the players and save them for the next game.
That's so frustrating. To be fair, you've got to give credit to Mitrovic, because he came on and he did try. He made a few passes, he was taking the ball in centre midfield.
He should have shot it one time.
He should have, but he's so under pressure because this is the only chance he's had.
Similar things though. Why do our substitutions have zero effect on the game? Substitutions. Did we get the substitutions wrong? We've talked about it. You know,
we spoke about this.
I think every fan, as well, has that opinion. So I think every fan has this opinion. Rafa subs are shit, but we'll love him and he's winning Champions League. That's what I honestly like. Everyone knows his substitutions are poor. They are poor. I've never seen a good one yet, to be honest.
Can you think of a substitution that's made an impact? There has been one.
He's shown his head, he knows.
Who is it?
Mitrovic last season's got Norwich when won 4-3. He got an assist and then Gale came on.
He's right, aye. He's right.
Why is he sitting behind that side of the fucking camera?
I've had him in the seat before. Wouldn't take it.
But still,
we've done more since then as well.
So, that's a great show, by the way. Honestly, a brilliant show. But that 40 games ago, possibly, or 35 games ago. I don't know how far ago it was.
We talked about it a couple of
weeks
ago.
That's not good going, eh?
When Diami came on.
But it didn't. Well, it did change.
It did.
All right,
totally changed the game when we went down and won it.
Because my exact words were, it changed the game. Yeah, the whole game changed. Yeah, when Diami got here.
Is it because we've got the lack of quality on the bench? Or
of course it is.
Well, we haven't got the squad that the rest
of the lack of quality is not helping them, but the timing in the substitutions are horrendous, and the amount of time.
Most of the time, it's pointless.
Aye, they are pointless.
We knew when Podger was manager, we knew we were getting a sub around about 60 minutes.
Get a left back for a left back.
Didn't we?
This
60 minutes. We
never
were getting
dies,
a
does it?
sub.
Does it?
Well,
never
actually,
dies, does it?
There's
Not with you, I mean with Podger.
There's a question in here about a left back
Right,
as well.
We've got about 10 minutes left in the camera.
So, did the goals at the weekend expose our weaknesses at defending crosses because our left back was getting caught out of position and don't get back to defend the crosses? Can't help but feel this might happen less when Dummett is back.
Degar's eager for this.
Now, 2 questions I had, and I didn't get onto the first one. The one I said, remind us later on. Lukaku's goal. I know it wasn't Manquillo, so I apologise for the question. But
I can't even remember any of the goals separately because all just seemed the same.
Was it that bottled that? Was it Lejeune? There we go. I knew it was Lejeune. He's out. Yep. He should not be playing the next game. He bottled that. It wasn't even a 50-50. It was like a 70-30, and he just went, "Oh, I didn't want it." And Lukaku obviously managed to bring it down.
Well, Lukaku turned him was showing him inside and outside, wasn't he? And then
yeah, but do you know what I mean?
It was a hell of a finish from he nearly bust the net.
I would have scored from there. I would have put my bane on that. 100%. I'm not missing from
the way that he
blasted it in the roof of the net.
He absolutely launched. I mean, Elliot didn't even have a chance to move.
But I'm not on about the finish. I'm on
but that's what Hayden should have done.
No, what I'm on about, not the finish. Thinking what he did with the ball.
Get into that position to do it.
Please watch that goal again because it's a totally it's Lejeune's got it and he sees the card and goes, I didn't want that actually.
Thank you.
And I thought it was Lejeune. Going back to the question, where was Manquillo for the Hayden one with, I remember that goal very well. Richie doing mint against Valencia because he did what, I don't know why people don't do it. The stand on his right hand side and go, right, where are you going to go? Because Valencia just goes down the line. He then passed to Pogba because he's thinking, I've anywhere to go here. Yep. Then Hayden dove in. Where's Manquillo here? He's a left back. Where was he at any of this moment? Didn't see him. And the question is correct.
Sucked in the box, I think.
I think the Man U game and was a bomb last that spotlighted Manquillo that he'll do a job, but he is not our starting left back. But he cannot be our starting left back.
But he's a left back that's really a right back or a right foot.
But then
it's harsh for me to slag him.
Are we sitting waiting for Dummett to come back right now?
Yeah, we are.
Well, that's essentially the
this what pisses us off is when
Rafa was doing a job.
Rafa first came into the club and he said in the programme note, I cannot believe we haven't got a fit left back. That was his exact words. And we've getting to 2 years in charge with him and we still haven't got a left back, man. We still haven't got one.
Well, we have, but just none of them play.
I've heard things about Adora. I've heard things about him that
Adora is a lazy shit. You can't tell from him. He's lazy. Yeah, he's a footballer that just wants a limelight. You can't tell from just looking out on him, man.
He's always injured in training and stuff.
He cannot be like. I might be completely wrong by trying to sue a podcast, so I'm going to say allegedly. He just looks like he cannot be arsed to put a shift in.
Would you rather have Dummett there than Manquillo?
When he played, he was doing.
Was he?
Yeah.
Nah.
Because he's alright on the eye because he's gone the other way. It's his day job I'm worried about. It's his day job. That's why Dummett gets loads of shit because he doesn't go forward and he passes like it's.
Dummett unblocked me on Twitter like I'm his friend.
I agree with you, but that's why he gets shit. I don't think anyone truly turns around and goes he's a bad defender. He's just not flamboyant. Doesn't got Spanish.
I've said he's a bad defender at time because he keeps getting caught out of position. Positioning wise, he's shocking at left back.
Well, maybe. Personally, when I'm there, I just hear people say he doesn't get forward. He hasn't got a forward.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't do that.
So there we go.
Yeah, I've lost what we're talking about.
No, it's not about Dummett. It's not about Dummett. Oh. There's the picture.
He's only your friend because you made that Eminem video, even though your Eminem joke before went straight over your head.
He made that. But it was well before that even blocked us, man.
Whatever.
Next question, last one.
Something about anyone?
Some more, man.
If Rafa gets takeover money for January, do you think he'll go on a shopping spree or just add 2 or 3 players as not to upset the squad?
Who sent that in?
That is from Young Mono.
Young Mono. Is that not what he called it? Irish kid.
Kevin Monaghan. With a name like that.
It's all a question how much money he gets. If he gets 50 million, it's 3 players. No,
I don't think it's a question of upsetting the squad. I think it's
quality.
Yeah.
You need to improve in the places where we absolutely need improving.
Number 10, striker, for me. And I would say a winger.
Striker.
Yes, we need a striker, mate.
Left back.
We need a striker.
Number 10, left back for me would be the 2
but we need a
key
striker.
Positions. We've got strikers.
No, but how? Like,
the thing is we've got nobody that can pick a pass or give them a chance to score. How many chances did we create at the weekend? Yet the final ball let we down. Because
did Joselu have a shot on goal? No. I can't think of one. That's just probably mine. I can't think of one. I think we might be.
I always bang the drum if we're not giving enough service to the striker.
Exactly.
And I do see that a lot. However, do I honestly believe we've got the quality if we do get the service there? I don't know. If we do get the ball
in their midfield, like Pogba, some of the passes that he was putting, that one pass that you said with John Joe Shelby that he put through, we need somebody that can do that constantly during the game. Pogba was pulling that off every 2-3 minutes.
but I would say I would go and buy Barkley. If we had 50 million, I would go and hire a lot. Well, not 50 million, but I'd hire a hell of a lot of Barkley store. Like, and I would say, you pay them a 10 for us.
The amount of runs that our strikers make and the ball doesn't find its way to them.
Because we haven't got a baller. We haven't got one.
So well, we need a number 10. That is
I do agree.
The one place.
And I've said this
I'm not Barkley's biggest fan, but I agree with him. Yeah, like,
can you?
He's a player off the top of my head, and it might just be because Decker's brought it to me head. Like, he's a player.
He keeps getting banged on about, but
he's going to Spurs. He'll go somewhere different. But all I'm saying, if we've got the money,
Spurs don't need him.
Yeah, but he's.
If we get financial backing, he might come in.
Honestly, it would be amazing, man. It would.
I
think that's even over ambitious, but
I can't see we're buying him.
He's a baller.
I think if we do, it'll be somebody that we probably aren't massively aware of. That'll come from.
Have you noticed Everton are doing horrendous, even though they spent 500 million and he's still not getting a game? He's a vital part of their team when they were alright.
Why?
When they were good.
Why is he not getting a game?
I don't know. Of course, I don't know.
You know, is that something else?
I don't know that. You're right there. That's a good comment. I don't know, but for me, what an
upgrade! He's all that,
what an upgrade number 10, man. Team. Perez or Barkley? How are you?
Ben Arthur.
Oh,
It's Ben Arthur.
Would you take Benny back?
No.
Instead of Perez?
No.
What?
Wow. That's a surprise.
Why?
You hate Ben Arthur more than Perez?
He had like four good games in his entire career that he was at
That's false information. That's false information.
You tell me when he had better games.
His debut was unreal.
Everton away.
You're just thinking
Everton away.
Fulham,
Bolton, Blackburn. Because that's the only time he did it.
Fulham away, got hammered, but he scored a worldie.
The rest of the time, he'd get the ball, he'd go on these runs and get tackled.
Middlesbrough.
West Brom.
Oh, West Brom.
West Brom.
My
God. He'd get to the byline, he'd run it straight out. How many times have you seen him beat 12 players, get the byline and then run it out, or just pass it to the keeper?
How has he beaten 12 players?
I seen him against.
Took one on twice.
We played Benfica in the Europa League at home. He set up that goal. Played really well in that game. I remember.
Him and Marveux.
Marveux was good. Yeah.
Marveux was good. French. God knows what he's called.
Marveux was good. We just unfortunately didn't know what he was.
Too many.
He was good.
The rose tinted glasses.
I think Dubai was a twat. How much more do you want us to get with that one?
Do you know how Tilan Bessie done the looking for number 5? Shall we do for Ben Arthur? But you're not allowed to come.
Fuck it, I would want to come.
Shall we do it?
Looking for number 10?
Looking for Benny?
Oh,
not Benny Pomodoros.
Find him, he's in Paris, stuffing his face with kebabs, the fat cunt.
They don't. Shall we go and find Benny?
100% I would.
To be fair, I'm not allowed to do
He's sat in a Paris cafe, stuffing his face.
So do you think he's like? Do you honestly think Perez is better than him?
No.
Oh, that's alright. That's alright. We're alright. We're still on even keel.
I would do it. Like
he's more of a team player.
I think
You're probably right.
Than Ben Arthur.
We could probably.
That's the annoying thing is because he had all the fucking skill and ability in the world. He was just a lazy, temperamental.
Benzema's just gone, hasn't he? And said he is.
So he could have been better than Messi.
As good as the best. He is. He was when he was amazing. When he used to do things with the ball,
he was an absolute waster.
I couldn't believe. Waster's harsh. Like
I think.
Was he that bad for us to say he's a waster?
He was an absolute waster.
Don't his name.
Nah, is he shite?
You know how people hate Amiobi? He hates Ben Arthur.
We had Sammy Amiobi playing ahead of him at times. I'm sorry, Sammy Amiobi didn't give more than Ben Arthur had to offer.
We need a full podcast dedicated to Ben Arthur. To be fair,
fuck off, man.
I think, right, if it wasn't for people like hating me for some reason, the whole Gallagher Shots brand, right, I think we could possibly get an interview with Ben Arthur, right? We could raise money to go to France to interview Ben Arthur, right? If it wasn't for me.
Why would we want to?
Because Ben Arthur. But Ben Arthur is a cult hero at Newcastle
He's
United.
not. He's not.
He's a cult hero.
No,
he's not a legend. He's a cult hero.
He is not.
He's a cult hero.
There's a pocket of people. There's those that think he was the greatest thing ever invented.
No, I'm saying a cult hero.
And then there's the other side of the coin that I think he did it 5 times in the 3-4 years he was here.
There's a difference between a legend and a cult hero.
It's harsh, that thing, isn't it?
Alright, let's think of cult heroes. You might have to change these batteries to be fair, because we're going to go fucking on and on about this. Change the fucking batteries.
They got more batteries, like?
We've got loads of batteries.
I'm just
Well,
asking.
that's
I'm not having this.
Can't get it?
This is it. This is it. Right, cult hero. Ben Armour is a cult hero at Newcastle United. Name your cult hero that springs to mind.
I'm still.
No, let's
before
talk
you get the
cult
cult hero. Before only thing I'm going to say is, you're saying that he's only good for 5 years and 3 years. He's 5 games in 3 years, right? So, who then, in your opinion, over them 3 years, was better than him then? They're all shite, man. They were all shite. Stephen Taylor, Santon.
He's got a hate for him, man.
You think they were shite, man.
See, Dennis Wise. This
Obertan.
See, this little prick.
Obertan
Next
was
week,
terrible.
this
No,
is
but
gonna
that's
be
what
fucking better.
I don't know many players that I can honestly
Obertan
say.
played well in the season he got sold.
I still don't think he got a fair crack of the whip. That's honestly my opinion of that one. But
Ben Armour, how are
remember he got booed when he come on?
Obertan.
I nearly walked out for the first time in my life then. People were booing when he come on. I was like, that's fucking disgraceful.
That was bad crack.
Bad
So Ben
crack.
Armour did as well.
That
was you? That was just you? Got the mic with you? Boo.
Sissoko, Ben Armour, Obertan.
Aye, so would you say Sissoko was worse than Ben Arfa?
Probably,
Yes.
yeah.
He was, wasn't he?
But again, for very, very similar reasons.
No, but let's get back to cult heroes. Let's name, like...
Name some.
Ketspire.
That's what
Philip
I'd say,
Albert.
Ketspire.
But Ketspire was a decent player. He would give you...
Was he
the
better
difference
than
with
Ben
the thing is he would give you 100% every game. He would...
Ketspire's your cult hero because he kicked the fucking board.
No, I'm thinking because he wasn't the best player in the world.
I think
but
Tino Asprilla is a
he
cult hero.
tried.
He's a cult hero, eh?
Ginola only scored 4 goals.
Cult hero.
Oh, Ginola was on.
He was amazing.
He's not a legend though, he's a cult hero.
He's only had 2 years, so he didn't like when he left.
We have not got many legends at Newcastle.
No,
The
well,
majority are cult heroes.
There's only one, Peter Beardsley.
Best ever. Best player I've ever seen.
Only legend at that club.
This like Shola, cult hero.
Rob Lee.
Shola, cult hero was a good one, aye.
Rob Lee, Gary Speed. Legends.
Rob Lee, man. What a player Rob Lee was. How much would he
No,
be
Rob
worth
Lee
now?
was unbelievable.
God.
Are you going to say Rob Lee wasn't a legend?
No, I was going to say Gary Speed.
Gary Speed was.
A legend.
He was unreal.
I did see
He
someone
was an
saying put the statue
unbelievable
up,
player
I thought it was a bit
for
over the
us.
top,
Unbelievable.
But let's move on. Legend
He's
wise,
trying to say he's not, isn't he?
I don't
Yeah,
think
he's worried about getting
Gary
wrong.
Speed. I don't think Gary Speed was a legend.
Yeah, I don't
think
need that. I don't need that.
I think you're thinking that just because of the circumstances.
He was an absolutely unbelievable player.
He was a good player, but
He
how
was
long did he
unreal.
spend in Newcastle?
He was there a good 5 years.
Do you not
Right.
think he played too many tried to play too many Hollywood balls?
He had it in him, mate. He was on. Fucking hell. Are you trying to.
How about you do like Shelby for them and Speed used to do them every 5
Shelby
years?
will go down as a cult hero at Newcastle United.
No,
He
well, he
won't.
shite.
He
will.
But he
He
shite.
will.
Mito will. He went.
Shelby go down cult hero
for
because
me.
he fucking shushes every bastard when he scores.
I love
Or
Shelby.
someone scores.
Love Shelby. But he'll never go doing his now.
Who in this
Joey
squad?
Barton.
Joey, cult hero.
Cult hero.
Cult hero.
Why? How was that?
Because he gave.
He's a prick, man. She what tells you he's a prick.
He's a prick. He is a prick, but he'll go down as a cult hero because of that derby and the Arsenal game.
His efforts, his
Kevin Nolan,
attitude.
cult hero.
That's what gets you. If you what gets you the cult hero is when you're not the best player in the world, but
you give it all.
You give it everything. You wear your heart on your sleeve and you try your best game in game
Newcastle
out.
is
That
more,
is
like,
what
the history
Ben
of
Arfa never did.
Newcastle is more cult hero than legend.
Nicholas Dabby's ass.
That would be nothing to me. Nothing.
I thought
He was
Dabby's
a-
ass give it all like.
He
Constantly.
did, aye.
He tried it. He was driving till Bergkamp nailed him. Like.
He could have been against. He could have been bloody against
Do you think he
Paulo.
meant that? By the way.
Fucking I did he?
Yeah,
He
I
could have
was- I
been, he
was-
could
I
have
was
been
at that
playing
game.
against Paolo Medini that night, and he would still scored that.
I was
goal.
at that game and I didn't think he meant that.
Bergkamp, I
So,
didn't mean.
I'll still
Of
stand
course
by
he
that.
meant it, man.
No way. But that's just my opinion. Could be wrong.
He's looking at his camera, even though we just told him to change the batteries not long ago.
Just wave now.
I need
If
a
it goes
piss.
off, it goes off.
Gaz off.
We'll go home. I need a
Gaz
piss.
off, you got no video, you're just getting the audio, to be fair.
We're finished.
We're finished.
We're finished. There's no more to talk about.
Watford, win or not?
Yes, we'll win. No, I mean, sorry, no, we'll lose.
Or we'll lose.
We'll lose.
Score.
Oh, we're
we're
pretending
gonna
that
get
we're
beat.
losing, but we're really going to win.
It works normally, doesn't it?
We will definitely get beat.
100% we're going to
I'm
lose
really
that
confused
game.
now. I would definitely get beat. Is this what you're saying?
Definitely
So
get
we
beat.
don't get beat.
No, 100%.
Are you doing
we'll
a Paul
get beat.
Merson on
They're
this?
a really good side. They're a good side.
They are playing well, like, at the minute.
They're a good side.
I just think
I think we should be able to do
I think with the way that we're after Saturday, they're going to be a bit disappointed from it, but take solace in the first half performance.
You try to, but you kind of get on
But
that
they
bus
are
and not
playing
think
well.
of 4-1 in their minds, you know.
I think it'll be 1-1 draw.
Stops the rot, I guess.
I don't want to be 1-1 draw, but I think it'll
Depends how we approach the game. If we go out and play like we did in that first half an hour on Saturday,
Watford are full of lanky bastards.
Yeah, they're a big side.
So I would put out there and say we need a. I don't like him.
No Hayden as well, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. Diome needs to start that game.
We've got no one else. There is no one else.
Severe.
Oh my Jesus God!
He's been on the bench the last X amount of games.
My Jesus God!
let's see.
Diome needs to start.
But his Sevilla's first couple of games, he did all right.
That's what I'm saying. Watford is a team full of huge fucking giants.
Could stick member in there.
I think he'll go 3 in the middle. He might actually go Save, Diome and Shelby in the middle. So I think he might do. He's played to a front twice in a row.
The thing is we can bloody debate all we like, but we'll never have a clue. He always has something up his sleeve, doesn't he?
We'll know Mitrovic isn't starting though.
Yeah, and remember, I'll not be left back, which I would love.
Right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I'll probably listen to it tomorrow. Like,
I won't.
do you not? Do you never listen back?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Well, I watch or listen. Depends.
In front of the
I'm
kids.
busy this week.
I didn't say this. He word once. He was too dead.
Can't believe
It's
it.
normally me that's swearing.
Can't believe it.
I don't think I swore once. I probably did.
He said Ben Arthur.
Right, let's go night. We'll see you after the Watford game.
This time next week.
Where we've won. And
Hopefully,
we've
yeah.
also just had a takeover bid.
Accepted.
And we'll have a special guest.
Special
All
guest.
going to plan.
Oh, Mark's coming on next week. Stay tuned, Mark's. He's
Mate,
not going to be
I'm
house.
here every week.
Not you.
Oh shit.
Fuck. Mark's not.
NJC media employee.
Mark. Oh shit. Mark Douglas is coming on next week.
Yeah.
So we've got the game on Tuesday. So
Probably,
you'll probably get the podcast around Wednesday, Thursday. You'll probably get audio
They'll have no
Wednesday.
gaffer. They'll have no gaffer probably by
we'll
then.
record it Wednesday probably, won't we?
You'll probably get audio Wednesday, video Thursday.
Whatever. Eh?
See you soon, Mark Douglas.
Dougie.
Don't bring the car, because look, don't bring the car.
Bites. Well, we'll not be sitting here in your front room, will we? In the lounge.
My fucking ex-front room. Right, love you.
Bye.
My fucking mic again. Bye.